American.
That sucks.
Lesbian.
I like that in a woman.
And every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass.
And yeah, we're back. Where have you been?
It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus.
The Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that back!
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
A family member dies, then you insult me. What the hell is the matter with you anyway? Call me sir, God damn it.
Shut up, you damn asshole.
You just mind your P's and Q's, Buster, and remember who you're dealing with.
As soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
Hello, exactly!
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Oh, my God!
That's an attention getter. What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
O&A body rock! O&A body rock!
That's an attention getter.
O&A body rock!
And that's nothing but pure and simple old-fashioned communism. Happens every time one of those dancers starts poontanging around with those showfolk fags. Showfolk fags.
The Amazing Gleason.
You know what? I watched that movie a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It stinks on ice except for Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
You think the movie itself would hold up? It's awful.
It's pure 70s. You know what it is, though? It doesn't hold up, but it's one of those nostalgic movies that you can watch understanding that it was the stupid 70s and the CB radio thing. Some movies you can't even watch anymore. Gleason's great in that, though, yeah.
You know, one of those movies you can't watch anymore, and it's one of those movies everyone talks about, the rap community, when they show Cribs, every single one of them has to have it in their DVD collection.
Yeah.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Great movie, obviously, but the blood is ridiculously fake.
Yeah, the gunfire.
The gunfire is awful. Imagine that movie updated. I mean, it would be tough to do, obviously, but
aren't they going to do it?
Are they really?
I thought somebody was tossing it around.
How do you redo Pacino's?
I know.
This is what's going to happen with Scarface. Mark my word, okay? And I swear I haven't read this anywhere. There'll be a black version.
Yeah, eventually
there'll be a black
right.
version of Scarface. Yeah. You watch.
Some rapper.
Yeah, because the whole rap community loves it. You know, P. Diddy or somebody will get the boys together and they'll do a little black Scarface for everyone.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be great. You were part of Smokey and the Bandit. Does hold up by the when they're riding in the song. They call you the Bandit. when that song is playing, that holds up.
The worst part of the movie, the romantic love interest part.
Do you want to take your hat off?
Oh,
schmuck!
With the wonderful Sally Field.
How about the wig? Take that off too, Bert, and sock her in the mouth.
Yeah. Punch her in your Trans Am.
You know what we used to do in college? We used to take movies like that. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is a perfect example of what we used to do. And we would just make a Spicoli tape.
Oh, really?
So it was like a 15-minute version of the movie, but it was all the great stuff.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
Yeah, you didn't have to waste time going through the whole movie to get to the classic lines.
But how do you cut out Damone out of Fast Times?
Well,
Damone, probably the funniest character in Fast Times. Spicoli's got a few lines that are the standout classic lines, but Damone is hysterical.
Yeah, you turned me on to Damone. I gotta be honest with you.
He is
I wasn't a big fan of
hysterical.
Damone until I started doing radio with you and realized, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Little Brother. with this scarf with the piano keys.
Yeah, well,
that's great.
I don't even like Damone as much as I like you doing Damone. I think I prefer you to the actual Damone.
You're assistant to the assistant manager at a movie theater. Love that guy.
What's this? Black Scarface equals belly.
What?
I don't know what this means. Matt?
Yes.
Hello?
Let's go, Matt.
Oh, what's up, guys? Opie Anthony, Dr.
Hey.
Jimmy. I just wanted to say that I am my mule's man. Hey, check it out. There is already a black Scarface. It's called Belly.
Uh-huh.
Belly?
Belly, yeah. It's got Method Man, a bunch of other dudes. I don't really know all the different rappers, but it's called Belly.
What's it about, a coke dealer, or the same type of film, or the same film?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same kind of thing. It's got like one of them rappers goes and he starts off small and becomes a coke dealer, and then they get this other dude from Jamaica to get him into the game deeper, and then they start taking to other cities. It's the same fucking plot, though, if you watch the movie.
But is the personality the same as it was for Pacino and Scarface?
The personality, dude.
Jimmy, you stink.
It's a black version.
Enough. You're done, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. It came out in 1998, and none of us know the movie.
No?
No.
Never heard of it, sir.
Never heard.
Never heard of it, sir. It's supposed to be a Scarface video game. That's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah, what's his name was talking about
that?
Laszlo was talking about that last week, right?
The Scarface video game, and then the 50 Cent one.
Yeah.
Which was just 50 running around shooting up white people. That looks good, though.
Here we go, Anthony.
Yes.
Remember yesterday we were talking about jingles?
Yes, we were. Radio jingles, because CBS FM here in New York, the oldie station, got flipped, the format. They went to Jack. And they're one of those stations that depended on their jingles. The oldie stations always have the jingles, so the old people know what they're listening to. CBS FM, New York. One of those.
Yeah. All right, we can give you an example of that. By the way, Elo text messaged me yesterday. Don't forget to tell your listeners that oldies are alive on XM Satellite Radio. Ugh. All right, relax.
Thank you, Travis.
Good morning, Mr. Breakfast.
101.1 WCBS FM, New York.
Nice, right?
That's it.
That's a nice jingle.
It's like high energy, and you know where you are. You're happy, familiar territory.
Well, we asked our listeners for jingles.
Ooh.
Got the paper towels?
What happened?
I might make a mess.
Oh.
Thank you.
So we asked our listeners for jingles, and the first one came in, Anthony.
No, the first one's in already?
It's called...
Yes, yesterday.
I know. It's called, I don't know, homophobic O&A or something like that. That's the word this guy says in the beginning of this.
All right.
I had to listen to this 3 or 4 times.
Homophobic.
To get the fact that he was saying homophobic. So
right.
I figured I'd help the listeners along this morning. Here's the first jingle that came in for the Opie and Anthony program.
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony show.
That is awful.
There's the first jingle.
I like it. It's catchy. It's got a soothing flavor to it.
Soothing. Wow.
You'll be humming this later, though.
No.
Homophobic, homophobic, the Opie and Anthony show.
It's got a dentistry quality to it.
It's kind of creepy.
That is annoying, creepy, and like, ugh. I'm angered when I hear it.
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony show.
There you go.
Awful.
That's what we get.
I like that.
That's our first jingle.
Here we are.
Where's
yeah, something like fast paced.
Yeah. Opie and Anthony. Not. Oh, that's creepy.
I kind of like it.
I love it. I think it's upbeat.
Upbeat, Jesus.
Like a nice up-tempo number.
Whirling Dervish from Canada. Hey, guys, I heard a rumor that oldies are alive and well on XM. Is that fucking true? course it is. Elo said it.
Yeah, Elo just keeps text messaging me about that. No one cares.
Tell him, Opie.
The reason the format's going away, no one cares. Mm-hmm. The ratings were in the toilet. It's so funny. Maybe the rest of the country could care less about it, but it's making Anthony and I laugh every day because there's articles in the paper every day about this this CBS going away because it was a huge station for a lot of people. And now I got to find the article. They did a bunch of other columns in the paper today.
Pat from Moonachie, who did that jingle? Liddy?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Liddy.
Funny. And can we please kill this bit before it even starts? Holy shit, that's awful. Let's belt the scotch.
Wow, a lot of people requesting that we play it again, Anthony.
Oh, I'd like to hear it again.
Mike from Whackbag, this jingle has cancer. I don't think people are understanding. Someone shoot the guy who did that. That stinks.
Maybe they haven't heard it enough times. It's got to grow on you a little bit.
Yeah, I think we have to play it a few more times before you can make that that decision. Ben's Raw Ass, what's up?
Hey, guys. Hey, sweet tits.
Hi, Ben's Raw Ass.
I swear to God, I am going to fucking kill myself.
Why?
I fucking hate that.
There's something, and I'm not kidding, there's something really annoying about it where it's making me angry to
Yeah, because
hear
you
it.
can't just say that it's bad.
Horrible.
You know how Karma Chameleon calms down Jimmy?
Yeah.
That makes me mad. It really does.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
It's not that it's great, obviously, but it's not bad. There's just something else about it that gets under your skin.
It should be used as a weapon.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Oh.
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony Show.
I am so angered by this. Ugh.
And then it just ends.
No name or anything? Just unknown submission?
Ray from Deer Park. Thank you, Ray. You're a star today, buddy.
Deer Park, the town that brought you the guy that chained his wife in the basement and kept leopards in his house.
Oh, okay.
That was from Deer Park.
All right. We had that guy in the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Remember the time we had, what was it, a leopard?
It was a tiger.
A tiger?
Yeah, baby Bengal tiger. And some guy from Long Island brought it in. And it turns out...
Remember he had a baby elephant downstairs in the truck?
He said he had a baby elephant.
And we're like, no, there's no way we're going to be able to get that past
him in the elevator.
Building security.
Yeah, you get a tiger in, but not an elephant.
He was serious. He wanted to bring it up in a freight elevator or something.
Yeah.
But we got the tiger in, and turns out that guy was the guy on Long Island.
Yeah, that chained his wife downstairs.
The guy that brought the tiger in NEW?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me and Ben seem to recognize his face and his name.
Wow.
We're almost positive, yeah.
Yeah. There's a picture of the little tiger. Wasn't he cute?
I got pictures of me and you petting him. Yeah.
There's one right there. It's on. That's your site.
Is that tiger still alive, or is that one of the tigers they found dead?
They didn't find a tiger dead.
Didn't they find something in a freezer or something?
No, it was some dead dog or something.
Oh, okay.
The guy was a little weird, that's for sure.
It was scary to pet the thing, though, because cats scratch at you. It's just their natural thing to be playful.
Yeah.
And this was a cub, and the awful meat paws on this thing. It couldn't have killed you at that age, but it could have hurt you badly.
Really hurt, yeah. It grabbed my pant leg. I remember that with its one of its claws. Went right through the pants. Yeah, little tiger
I'm just
cub.
amazed we were able to get that up into the studio.
I know. Remember, didn't he want to bring a baby elephant up or something, but he couldn't?
Yeah.
You're kidding, right? Did he do that on purpose?
That's funny.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
I gotta turn my mic off.
You scared the hell out of me.
I was just kind of preoccupied reading the paper.
Oh, you did?
Hello?
What, sweetie? What do you need?
There you go.
I didn't turn it off.
Did you turn it off? Maybe
No.
I did.
Let's
turn it off. Let me see.
Phobic.
All right, it's off.
Homa.
It's on.
There you go. You, have you can control your own mic.
I'm in complete control.
All right. Wow, the phones have lit up because of the jingle. Tony in St. Louis. What's up, Tony?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Just was the jingle was bothering me, and the Beverly Hills Cop, that dun 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 dun, dun and then what else?
F. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Halloween theme or the dun 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 dun. You know what I'm talking about.
The Exorcist theme or the Halloween theme.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I had to say. But they should probably trash that thing. And
I disagree, sir.
No, we're gonna play them at least 10 more times today. Brian and Philly, what's up?
Hey, fellas, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, that jingle sounds like one of those deranged music box, Jack in the Box, slasher movie.
Yeah, definitely.
So scared little
We should
kids.
sell it as a ringtone. Probably make millions.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Let's go to Ron in Boston. Ron?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Ron.
All I can think of hearing that jingle is that mind control light from Star Trek spinning around and brainwashing you.
Mind control.
And I think you should just keep playing it all morning until someone sends in a decent jingle. I'm out.
All right, there he goes, Ron in Boston. Well, I mean, here's an example of a professional jingle, Anthony.
Uh-huh.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
This really annoys me, too.
And as we said in the 60s,
We did?
Testing. Everybody who loved the 60s, say baby.
As we said in the 60s, what does that mean?
Maybe when you saw an interracial couple walk in, you went, hey.
As we said in the 60s, shoot that gook. Set the dogs and the fire hoses on them.
Hey, look who moved into the neighborhood.
As we said in the 60s, they're my neighbors.
Well, that's not a good example of a jingle. That's more of a show opener.
Yeah.
Here's a good example of a jingle. We played already, but just to give you the contrast.
101.1 WCBS FM, New York.
An example of a professional jingle, and this is what we got so far.
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, my God. You gotta stop playing that.
I gotta disagree, Ann. I think it's fantastic.
It is horrid. Great. Well, it can only get better from there, huh?
Yeah, of course it will. All right. There you go. The first jingle has arrived. We expect many, many more. Yeah, they're losing their minds over this oldies thing in New York. It's so funny because one of the monkeys, Mickey Dolenz. I guess he was the morning guy at this oldies format here in New York City.
Yeah.
And he was celebrating his...
Who did he play on the Monkees?
Mickey.
That's right. I forgot. Mickey.
Anyway, he was the morning man, and he was celebrating his 100th show.
Not just celebrating, he was doing a live remote.
That's right. Mickey Dolenz, the morning host, learned the same day he held an on-air blowout marking his 100th show. I'm telling you, man, this business stinks.
Oh.
It absolutely stinks. We're just trying to make as much money as possible before we're fired again. And then we're out for forever, it looks like, right?
Probably.
Well, we'll probably go our different ways and do different things. I don't know. But
this is it.
But these radio companies just stink. They don't care about the performers whatsoever. They don't even care about the formats as long as it's making money. As soon as that format's not making money anymore, then they move on to the next hot format. That's the reality.
And do people get treated like this in any other business? Do you walk into like Apple computers to work one day and they just go, "No, we're a Windows dealer now. We make Windows, so you're out. We're bringing all new people in. Everyone, go home. You're fired." Does that even happen?
Well, do they give them any notice at all, or no?
None notice.
This is what makes me laugh really hard. Mickey Dolenz.
The guy's celebrating his 100th show. He doesn't have a clue. He's partying.
He's partying. He hasn't really done... I don't think he's done any radio before, so this is his gig. He's into it. So the station decides to throw a 100th show party for him at, where was it? BB King's.
BB King's.
So he wasn't even in the studio. It was a big deal. They had to promote this thing and get it together and organize it.
While he was out doing his remote,
right.
They were probably pulling the records and replacing them with the Jack records as he was doing his show.
So it says, Mickey Dolenz, the morning host, learned the same day he held an on-air blowout marking his 100th show that he was going to get fired and the station was going away. And then this guy, Vincent, he says, I'm fuming. He's a listener. I'm fuming, said Vincent, who was at Dolan's show at B.B. King's. What the heck do you have a big live broadcast for to celebrate a positive thing and hours later disband the whole goddamn thing?
Oh.
And then this lady, Eileen, who sounds like she could be the old lady from Boston.
No.
I come home. Yeah, you want to read this as the old lady?
Where is it?
Right here. I'll circle it.
Yeah, let's circle that. Because old people listen to this. That's about it.
Right.
I come home and all of a sudden there's some wacko music on my station. And some guy like Big Brother saying, change is good.
Said Eileen Oster of Bayside.
Why didn't they announce it to us and give us some recourse? You're kidding. Who is this station? Is this? Oh, no. Jack? This isn't the right Jack.
Why didn't they give some recourse? What recourse? You changed the dial.
Yeah. How about throwing yourself into the trash compactor, you old bag of meat?
Old biddy. And then worried about her station.
Old recourse. Buy an iPod, bitch.
Yeah.
And then there's
2005, you idiot.
And shoot yourself.
Then there's this guy, Oster. We don't want to be treated like that. Anybody who jacks something basically hijacks something. What? And then Michael Hart of Staten Island. The people who made this decision don't know jack.
Hey, that's a clever one because the format is...
Wow. Getting another text message from Elo.
Ooh, what was it saying?
Don't forget.
Oldies is alive and well on XM Satellite Radio. Thank you, Elo.
Well, Logan once said about a format flip, if you flip a format, people that are currently enjoying that music will not be enjoying it once it's flipped.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said.
That's good.
This is the most annoying thing ever.
Well, bananas really good.
Dude, that's more annoying than the jingle.
I'm doing that I'm doing the jingle tune.
You know
with
what?
My banana.
If you're gonna do that, I'm gonna play the jingle.
No.
Again. Either finish the banana or I hit play.
We'll
it's your decision. It's your decision.
Yeah, didn't work. Oh.
Homophobic, 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 D-O-P-N, Anthony Show.
Homophobic.
You know what?
Yeah.
I dare you to play it again.
Oh, stop. No. That is really awful.
Jim and I will play the OCD game because we're both ridiculous with our OCDs.
Yeah, he'll keep saying it. You'll keep playing it.
Yeah.
It'll be hours and
but
hours.
I actually like the jingle, so it's a double good thing for me.
In a weird way, I think I like it too.
Oh, accident of the day.
What we got?
A tractor trailer.
No, that's not the accident of the day. That's a good one. What about
That's a good one, but it's off the road.
What about the 18-wheeler that was trying to... What was he trying to do?
He was trying to get under the Battery Tunnel underpass, and he made it through, and then there's a sign, which I don't understand. You can make it through the tunnel, but then there's a sign...
Oh, there it is, right there.
...on an I-beam that says low clearance, and he hit the sign and knocked that whole thing down into the roadway, so... No going from the FDR to the West Side Highway today.
No, he's completely, he's halfway out of the tunnel stuck.
Almost made it.
On the bottom, you mean?
It's not like it's a big tunnel or anything. It's not like a lot of people use that one.
Yeah.
People are so effed today because of this trucker.
But no death and destruction.
No.
This morning.
No. Well, that other one looks pretty bad. All right, Anthony, another radio news.
Yes.
Our old pals, Don and Mike, playing into our hands once again.
That's a good show.
Oh, our old pals, Don and Mike.
Yeah.
Who are losing affiliates all over America.
Yeah.
But they're going to try to make fun of us.
They're dwindling
They're going to try to take shots at us when they're losing affiliates all over the country. All over the country.
Mm-hmm.
So like we said off the air, if there's one group, if there's one show we don't need on our backs, it's those two.
Oh, oof.
They're frightening.
And I guess one of our pests got through to the program to make fun of his dead dog.
Oh, that's good.
The story for the new listeners, Anthony?
Well, it seems Don and his wife Frida and little Bart, his son, have had a little doggy named Rudy. Little dog named Rudy. And they love the dog, and it was a very happy little dog to have around the family. And I guess Don was backing out of the driveway one morning to leave for work. Tragedy struck. He ran over little Rudy. Lil Rudy just crushed him.
You know, you got to give them credit. They're big in Afternoon Drive in Washington, D.C., but that's it.
Yeah.
They're one of those one-market shows. Simple as that.
That's it. They've tried. They've tried to branch out.
They're in the same company as Howard Stern. Howard Stern's going away to go do some satellite, and these guys aren't good enough to take over for the big dog. Simple as that.
Yep.
I mean, you know, there's an incredible opportunity at Infinity Broadcasting, and Don and Mike aren't going to get the slot. They're just not.
And they ain't it.
You guys are gone, and Howard's leaving. It's not like you guys are even there. There's no one. Who else is there that's going to take that spot? And that does show that the company has no faith in you. You guys have been there for a long time.
Well, they have absolutely no faith in these guys, but they're going to turn around and try to take shots at us.
You might have faith in a show if they could go to another market and succeed. They can't. They're proven failures in syndication. Proven failures. Look at their track record. They're in D.C. They've been there forever. They do well in D.C.
Well,
there you go.
They never got over the fact that even though they were doing well in Afternoon Drive in Washington,
yeah,
they were kicked to middays, which is the worst radio shift to ever have, because no one cares. Because just think about your life. Most people out there anyway. You're working during middays. No one listens to the radio during middays, and if they are, it's kind of a background thing. So we kicked them out of their slot in Washington, and they never got over it.
Yeah.
Because when we got syndicated, they threw us an Afternoon Drive all over the country. It was Howard in the morning and us an Afternoon Drive at most of these stations.
Yep.
And they were kicked to midday.
Kicked to middays. And then they tried, you know, the biggest markets in the country, you know, New York City. They just failed miserably in New York. Philly, just thrown right out of Philly. No one wanted to hear them.
Recently, they got kicked out of Buffalo. There's a few others, but
they have a track record of failure.
Except for Washington.
Yeah.
Except for Washington.
Something clicks in Washington.
There are these shows like Don and Mike. They do great in one particular
They're one market show.
Lex and Terry, same thing. You know, they do great in, where are they? Jacksonville, I guess?
I don't know.
And they're syndicated to some small, tiny little media markets here and there. But basically, they're another show that's great in one city.
You know, where we were proven successful in syndication, they are proven failures. They failed. You know, we got ourselves thrown off the air. Got to give them that. They haven't done that.
That's true.
They didn't get themselves fired. But yeah, we were proven successes in our syndication. They're proven failures. That's all there is to it. That's it. You failed.
They bombed in Philly so horribly.
Oh!
Horrible.
Horrible.
And Philly is a phenomenal
It's an amazing radio market. It's an amazing radio market.
The fans are animals, and they're loyal, and they're just savage pests.
Right.
And the fact that you couldn't grab any of them once the show was kicked off the air.
All right, well, let's go to the tape and hear what they had to say about us yesterday.
Is this going to upset us?
I don't know. I haven't even heard it yet.
Oh, no.
I haven't even heard it yet. Let's go to it.
Don and Mike's show.
Hello, Don?
Yes, and Mike. Hello there.
Hi. Do you think your dog was disappointed in your driving skills?
Your dog was
The dog embraced death. Imagine what it's like.
They actually found a note.
Yeah.
The dog killed himself. He said, I'd rather lick my ass than have Don breathe in my face.
Don's awful breath in my face.
Oh, wow, that's great.
The dog used to actually start licking Don's mouth because he thought he was licking his ass. He'd be like, oh, shit. It's not my ass. That's Don Geronimo's mouth. It smells the same.
But unfunny things don't come out of my ass. My ass wouldn't get kicked out of Philly. Shithead.
Don and Mike's show.
Hello, Don.
Yes, and Mike. Hello there.
Hi. Do you think your dog was disappointed in your driving skills?
My dog was disappointed in what driving skills?
You get it, Buzz. Yeah, I do. Sometimes you get these obscure...
Well,
I'm ashamed of myself.
Well, that's okay.
He's referring to the time that you backed.
I know, but what is that?
Oh, okay.
I realize that I...
Yeah, but it's not a good joke.
Hold on. I realized I ran over my dog. Yeah. But who's talking about driving skills? I mean, was anybody talking about driving skills?
Is that the best comeback you have, you fat fuck? Yeah, I think it's about that time I ran over my dog, huh?
Driving skills?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with driving skills? How about looking in your mirror, dope?
Yeah.
That's a driving skill. How about not running over something? Isn't not running over something the whole thing to driving skills?
It certainly is.
I think the whole thing to being a skilled driver is to get from point A to point B and not kill your dog.
Well, is that your idea? Like you don't think that's a driving skill thing? Like you're blaming the animal?
He's all
fucking fatso.
Dude, he's flustered at this point.
Who's having driving skills?
Driving skill, huh?
Let's
He's
go
thinking
back
of Frida listening and freaking out again.
Because every time they have sex, she looks at him, and then as soon as his eyes lock on her, her head turns away quickly and a tear drops.
She doesn't want to see old doggy killer breathing on her.
That's right. It was his dog-murdering breath.
It was her special dog.
His heaving, dog-killing fat body on top of her.
She used to take her little pointer finger and go shook on the top of its little head, and under its little chin, and its little head would look up with love.
Look up, his little ears would flop back, and he'd look up with the big eyes.
And the last thing I thought of is, why can't she help me now?
Oh.
This whole tragedy is going to turn into an unfunny blog post, and you bet it did. It shouldn't be a blog, it should be a blech.
All right, let's go back to the tape.
Well, this guy was before.
Right, but I mean, we were talking about the end of the world.
You didn't talk about that thing you were talking about. You talked about that in the office, right?
What?
Sometimes what we talk about in the office runs together. That you were out for a drive. You were talking about, when you went out for a drive to me.
No, I see, but I didn't.
You didn't talk about that on the air.
No,
so where's this coming from?
That's just some guy, some
random forced joke.
Some jerk. Oh, I wonder if that's from the Opie and Anthony Army. Ooh. I'd be scared if that army was going to call our show today and try to barrage and get through with all of their calls about
Is that their little game plan today?
My dead dog. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
We couldn't go on if that happened.
I'm just guessing. If that's the case, we'll have to shut down the phone line.
That's right.
It wasn't anything. It was just some guy calling.
It was just one of our listeners that was bored and knew that he could get under your skin, so he called your stupid show, you fat fuck.
Believe me, it would fuck up your show if our listeners just hounded your phones all day.
Because you'd have to be aware that every call coming in, and you'd have to call them back. How come
it is a pain in the ass? Why can't he acknowledge that it really is a pain in the ass when our pest listeners decide to assault the show? It is. The screeners really got to be on the mark. They tie up phone lines. They're awful people. We know. We've drank with them. They're horrible humans.
They really are.
Oh.
How come no Don and Mike fans ever call this show? We wouldn't hang up on you or run away from it. We would address it.
Yeah, they don't really have fans.
Exactly.
They have listeners. They have people that listen, kind of enjoy it, but there's no real passion there. They don't have the passion.
Down the phone line.
That's right.
Because then, the next thing is they'll be calling saying, I'm fat.
Are they still on the air?
They know damn well we're still on the air. They listen every day.
Boo-boo. That's funny, boo-boo.
Are we still on the air? I don't know. Why don't you read all the articles that are coming out about us?
Love you.
We're mentioning every single satellite radio article.
Well, let's hear some more forced phony laughter. Yeah.
Who? Technically, no. The skateboarders?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because that's happened. That's happening, Mike. Mm-hmm. Satellite radio. It's taking over terrestrial radio. Haven't you heard?
I know that...
Aren't you hiding under the desk like everybody?
Oh man,
Oh,
look,
my God.
Look, I'll be completely honest. They don't have to run away at this point in satellite radio. This is the beginning of a new fledgling industry. You know what I mean? Doing very well. Is terrestrial radio going to go away? Absolutely not. But to sit there and think it's not going to have an impact on your industry, that it might go away, that you shouldn't maybe be worried and change some tactics, and as a radio company, you shouldn't acknowledge the fact that there is a new form of radio entertainment out there that people are embracing. It's the head in the sand right there. The big fat head in the sand. Just like Lil Rudy's crushed head was in the driveway, your head is buried in the sand.
Well, breath-wise, let's just say it's buried in the cat box. God, they have nothing. I wouldn't mind even getting smashed, but is that the funniest you have? Are they even on the air?
They're acting like no one's talking about us or satellite radio. Are you kidding me?
They're frauds, but could they at least be funny frauds? I respect the fraud if there's at least something funny behind it.
And, Howard Stern is a complete dick and an asshole, but the truth of the matter is he's one of the most successful people that were ever in radio. And where is he going? He's going to satellite radio, asshole. These are people that have they don't have vision. They can't see the future. It's a typical, if man were meant to fly, he wouldn't have killed his dog in the driveway. Or something like that. I know it goes like that.
Not going to hurt you, honey. Just going to bash your brains in. I'm going to run him right the fuck over. Come here, Rudy. I love the little son of a bitch.
And when do you think Rudy should go to the veterinarian?
As soon as possible. As soon as possible. Someone's run over Rudy.
And he's obsessed with the fact that we're skateboarders, and we're not skateboarders.
Skateboarders? The last time I was on a skateboard, I don't even remember. I think Brick House was in the top 10. I don't remember.
Get it right. Opie is the rollerblader. Ant is the germaphobe. I am the tranny hunter. Get your fucking terminology straight, fat boy.
Tranny hunter. I like that.
Yeah.
Shoot you with a spear with a dildo on it.
Is it sexual or is it deadly? No one knows.
Now they could come up with some accurate jokes about us.
Right.
Yeah, you're a skateboarder.
I also enjoy video gaming. That's a big part of my life. So
yeah.
Feel free to goof on that.
Yep, that would be nice.
All right.
Aren't you hiding under the desk like everybody else?
I know when they first came there to offset the cost of getting them over there, they were charging, and then they went off of that when people weren't buying.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Will people get that straight?
How? I don't understand something. How could we be on the premium service when we first got here? We're getting subscribers. They're paying money to listen to us when we were just on the premium channel.
Can I stop you really fast?
Well,
I know, but the reason we were on the premium channel was because the company, XM, unfortunately was really scared of us because of what happened.
Right.
That's the only reason.
Yeah. We were,
and then they felt comfortable with us. They realized that there weren't going to be all these crazy boycotts and people with signs outside XM. It turned out no one cared.
Yeah, perhaps it was
when we returned to radio. So then they're like, okay.
Sex and St. Pat's thing,
right?
My friend.
So then they're like, all right, well, nothing crazy is going on. Now we can take them off the premium and expose them to more people. That was the whole reason.
How could we be on the premium, making money, whether we're getting a lot of subscribers or not? I'm not even going to argue that point with this idiot. Whether or not we have huge amounts of subscribers or 10 subscribers, why would you then take us off the premium and get that much less money? Like, why take us off the premium and now you're getting nothing? We're still here. They didn't fire us. If we weren't doing well, I think the move would have been to fire us.
Which they could do.
And not take us off premium. How do you argue that we were failing on premium and they took us off? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, they're failing. They're not getting as many subscribers. So let's blow off whatever money we are making from them.
The philosophy with the company is to expose us to a lot more people because Howard's moving to satellite. to counter that move. There's a million moves that the two companies are doing. In the shock jock genre, they want to expose us to as many people as possible before Howard moves over to satellite.
Hey, and you could speculate as to why we were taken off a premium. That's open for anyone's speculation. We know the truth. But there's no speculating needed as to why you were removed from Philly, from New York, from Buffalo, and all the other markets that you failed in. Because you failed. Because your ratings sucked ass and you were fired from those stations. You were removed from those stations. That's not open to speculation. That's fact. You stunk up the joint and they fired you. That's it. You can speculate all you want as to why we're not on premium anymore. Go ahead. We know why.
They had no competition in Philly.
None.
No one was there.
We handed them a fan base. They were handed our fan base, which they just lost immediately.
And it wasn't like they had you guys tossed off the air so the fans would hate them. Everyone knew that you fucked up. It wasn't like Don and Mike had you thrown off so the fans rebelled.
Right.
The fans wanted something to listen to, and you guys were there alone and naked, and you bombed. You fucking bombed in one of the biggest radio markets in the country, and you bombed in the biggest radio market in the country. You stink.
If your show was an SUV, let's say, and our audience was a little puppy dog, well, I think you get it.
Off of that when people weren't buying.
Yeah, don't know. All I know is that we get some email at our website from that incredible army.
Yeah.
You know. Good. Keep writing. Keep calling. Keep calling. Mm-hmm. My dog's still dead. I still ran over the dog. Mm-hmm. Keep calling. Maybe next time it'll be one of you. And I don't mean maybe you'll run over your dogs. I mean maybe I'll run over one of you.
Oh, he's a little angry. Yeah. Oh, he's a little angry. Little angry? Who are you really angry at, Don? I would say Don. I would say Don's angry at Don for failing miserably across the country and killing the only thing your wife fucking loved, shithead. Your little dog. That was it. That must be a treat coming home. The old puppy killer coming home every day, having to stare his wife in the face. And she looks at you and no matter how hard she tries on a daily basis when she looks at you, trying to remember something fun, something loving, she just sees the guy that killed her fucking dog. She sees her little Rudy killer. So I think he's angry at Don. I think Don wants to run over Don.
And it would be great if it could be the same way as it was with my dog.
Well, they're probably eating like dogs.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, sorry to bother you, but Buzz is the only one who has to worry about the end of the world.
Why? Why is that?
Topeka, Kansas, zip code 666.
Well, I'm actually not from Topeka, but that's...
And haven't we already stated that 666 is not...
longer...
No. Even their listeners are bores. Oh. That was their idea of a funny call.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I mean, how could you listen to a radio show where they feature their wives on their website?
On their website. The wives! Hey, with pictures. Here are the wives. Play along at home. There you go. Oh, my God.
Who is that?
Just stop
Who
it.
is that beast?
Just stop.
Who is that?
Can I see...
Who's married to a guy?
Let me see. Can I see that?
Oh, God.
Who is married to a guy?
It's Dr. Smith with a Dutch boy wig on.
Who's the tranny? I like that.
It's fucking Dr. Zachary Smith with a Dutch boy wig.
That's a pretty cool vest in 1984. Nice.
Wait a minute. That's a joke, right? Someone's married to that?
Yeah.
Ooh. We can see why, she's married to whatever, because, she's looking for money, but that?
Wow. Oh, boy.
Who's married to fucking... that looks like Eric. Eric, who's married to you? The fucking mullet.
We better not mess with this show anymore, because I think that one guy's wife could beat us up, man. Holy crap, whose wife is that?
I hate when I start feeling bad for people, but someone's got to go home to that. How can we abuse them on the air? When all is said and done, after 4 hours of being away from that, he's got to go back home to it. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I said.
Yeah.
You're in your own fucking hell.
Did you hear the show, honey? And are you out of oats?
I don't know. These radio guys don't get it. Your
Wow.
listeners don't want to see the pictures of your wives.
No, but unless you're Joel Steinberg hosting a radio show,
I want to see some head of
then we'd love to
pictures.
see some family shots. The little radiator.
Oh.
Nobody wants to see your broad, stupid. Nobody.
Wow.
Honey, I'm home.
Every time somebody says Frambucha, his wife yells.
Wow, that was amazing.
Oof. She can only come if he fucks her to the Budweiser jingle. Truly awful.
But make fun of us because we're skateboarders. What?
Skateboarders on satellite radio.
All right, well.
Yeah, don't hide under the desks just yet, but I would take notice. I'll tell you that much.
Everyone else is taking notice.
I would definitely take notice.
Don't be stupid.
As you're just getting canned from market after market, I would take notice. Why do you think the ratings are going down on radio in general? Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because maybe your freedom to really discuss things openly has been taken away? That the threat is looming every day that you might say something or do something that gets you fired? That the language you have to use now makes it incapable to convey ideas back and forth like human beings? Where can people do that? Oh, yes, satellite radio, that's right. Just like when you used to watch movies on Channel 5 or something, and then you got cable television. It's like, well, I don't think some of the networks or the local affiliates were hiding under the desk, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather watch a movie on HBO or Showtime these days than on Channel 5 or one of the commercial channels. Same thing. Dumbass. It's happening. It's here. It's not going away. It's doing nothing but getting stronger and growing. And, don't hide under the desk. Keep your head right where we can see it as it gets lopped off or crushed under a tire like Lil Rudy.
Hey, people want to...
Is that Rudy?
Yeah.
Oh, can we see a picture of the little fella?
What a cute little guy.
Any pictures after?
Was he a little Yorkie or something?
Jesus.
What a cute dog. That must have been devastating.
Is that White Furhawk? Yeah. Wow, blood must have caked in there nice.
That must have bloodied up real nice,
Oof.
man.
I wonder if the intestines shot out the asshole and you had to put them all over the passenger seat. You fucking fat murderer.
Drove him to the vet.
You are now a murderer.
I think Rudy needs to be corrected. A naughty little dog, if I may be so bold. Fat fuck.
He is a willful dog. A veterinarian.
All right,
He could use a tire over his head. Perhaps a bit more. Little Rudy.
All right, we're going to play a little something as we go to break. People are requesting this, Anthony.
Yes.
I don't want to give it away because it gives away the punchline.
Oh, right.
But I want to play the thing that inspired this.
Oh, I haven't heard that in a while.
So you want to do both of them?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do the first thing and then the second thing.
All right.
It makes sense to us, so just bear with us.
Little
okay?
elephant they almost brought up.
We'll start with this first. Go.
Today I saw a big hog come poke me in the head. Mommy's still having sex with the slut. I hear the sound of a vacuum cleaner. Mommy must be cleaning the rug. Wait a minute, it's headed this away.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. My little
Which one is this?
Will you stop the fucking
Get
thing,
at
Eric,
it.
first
Yeah,
of all?
what's the matter,
Stop
Eric?
the thing, Eric. Hawk, hit stop.
Ah, well, there you go.
Who fucked that up? Who is it? Raise their hand.
What do you mean
Derek's
it's
pointing
mislabeled?
at Eric.
Probably just me. It's his diary.
Shut the fuck
boy.
up, Eric.
Oh,
Yeah, we
boy.
still want to play it.
That's right, Hawk.
Oh, my God. Oh, holy shit.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
I'm having an aneurysm.
Now you done
my
it.
God. And then he decides he's going to say what it is.
No one heard
which
it.
gives away the whole bit. Do we have another version? That's all I need to know right now. We're live in the air here.
Not in here.
Not in here.
Well, where is it?
Not in here. Well, where do you think it is?
All right, go get it, please.
When do you think maybe we should take Danny to Gillette?
Oh, God. I don't even know what that was.
What was that? I don't think we ever played that.
No.
It sounded like a parody.
Probably a parody of the original?
Yeah.
Frank of the Poconos. What's up, Frank?
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in on what you guys were saying earlier about the FM radio DJs making like XM's nothing to be worried about.
Yeah.
We were talking about yesterday that jack. What do you think that jack format's all about? That's obviously like a blatant attempt to, you know, reach a broader audience as far as, you know, different types and genres of music.
You're right. I mean? It's pretty much the only thing commercial radio can do that can mimic satellite radio. That format is based on satellite radio or
and
an
iPods.
iPod. Yeah, something like that.
iPods and satellite radio have a huge buzz right now, so that's what commercial radio is going to do, is try to bring those two things together. And,
it's about that variety.
Throw it on commercial radio.
What you want to hear, no jocks, things like that.
I heard Jack yesterday actually in a restaurant. That was I think it was actually one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know, playing some weird thing, and they said, you know, like something like Jack. I'm like, well, that's the only one here.
Yep.
It was all right,
Jack.
but it was all commercials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many commercials, and that's the thing they can't get away from because it's, you know, commercial radio, and they play so many goddamn commercials.
I also was relating to what Opie was saying. A buddy of mine, unfortunately, got Sirius, and he's got this fucking suction cup that literally takes up his entire passenger's windshield.
Yeah.
And I says, I have XM. He says, well, how did you install it? And blah, blah, blah. He says, well, I have a sunroof, and I got to put all my wires. He's got, like, wires, like, sticking through his sunroof.
Oh.
And now he, like, can't close it all the way. Like, every time it rains, he's getting wet. And it's awful.
You know, we like having fun with it, the whole size of the units and how bad they are and how they overheat and stuff. But the plain and simple fact is XM is so far ahead of them as far as the technology goes. It's ridiculous. It's, you know, where they have the huge units and the heat that comes off of these things are ridiculous. And the wires you got to hook up. And with XM, you know, you're popping the thing right on your dash. It's small with the transmitter right to your radio. Leaps and bounds ahead in technology.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. Bunching out.
Bye, mister.
Well, we're stalling, but I
don't hide under the desk, though.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's funny, too, because I'm doing this D.C. gig, and I know my ads won't get played on JFK, and I can certainly understand why. But it was funny. I was talking to somebody, and they go, look, they can't. Somebody over there said, look, we can't play his ads. He called Don's wife a C. I did, and she is.
That might be a problem.
That's not a big deal. So I understand.
He's got to stop listening to his wife and just do his radio show.
Absolutely. Why would you?
I guarantee she has a huge influence on the dumb radio show.
He comes home.
Of course.
She tells him what was wrong with it. Well, I didn't understand why you stayed with that for so long.
When you start posting pictures of your wife and wives on your website, the show is done.
They only did it because he did it and she pushed for it.
We all love women on this show, but you're not going to see pictures of our women on a website.
Oh,
yeah.
It's two different lives.
Oh, the wives.
The wives of the show.
The wives. Like, oh, I want to see the wives.
They're always talking about them. Let's punch them up and see what they look like.
I want to put a face with the voice.
Oh, look at that.
And when your wife looks more manly than you shouldn't post her picture, you idiot.
Superimpose someone else's head and just deal with the consequences at home.
She went to the mall, to that place, to get all dollied up. What's the name of it? The beauty shots?
Glamour shots.
It's
where they smear the Vaseline on the lens.
It looks like she went to Glamour Shots.
Yeah.
And that's what they thought would help her out.
The wives. Hey.
How awful is that?
Pat from Moonachie wants to know, did Frida climb over the hood like Jackie O to scoop up Rudy's brains?
Pat's on fire today.
Very funny, Pat.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're ready to finally take a break, Anthony.
Yeah, why would she climb on the hood? There was no hoodlum.
Liddy. That's awful, Liddy.
All right, Anthony, so we'll play this first, and then we'll play the other thing about the dog.
The thing?
Yeah.
All right.
But it starts with this. This inspired the thing you're going to hear.
Okay.
October 2nd. Today, my life began. My parents do not know it yet. I am as small as the pollen of a flower, but it is I already. I will be a boy. I will have blonde hair and blue eyes. Nearly everything is settled already. October 19th. I have grown a little, but I am still too small to do anything by myself. My mother does everything for me, although she still does not know that she is carrying me under her heart. But I am a real person, just as a crumb of bread is still real bread. My mother exists, and I do too. October 23rd. My mouth is just now beginning to open. Just think, in a year or so, I'll be laughing, or later I'll start to talk. My first word will be, Mama. October 25th. Today my heart began to beat. It will beat softly for the rest of my life, never stopping. After many years, it will tire and stop, then I shall die. November 2nd. I am growing continually. My arms and legs are taking shape, but I must wait a long time before these tiny legs will raise me to my mother's arms. November 12th. Tiny fingers are beginning to form on my hands. How small they are. One day I'll stroke my mother's hair and tell her how nice she is. November 20th. Only today the doctor told my mother that I'm living here under her heart. How happy she must be. Are you happy, Mother? November 25th. Today is Thanksgiving. My mother and father are probably thinking about a name for me. And they don't even know that I am a little boy. So they are probably calling me Barbara. But I want to be called Andy. I am growing so big. December 10th. My hair is growing. It is as bright and shiny as the sun. I wonder what kind of hair my mother has. December 13th. My eyes are almost fully developed, although the lids are still shut. When Mother brings me into the world, it will be full of sunshine and overflowing with flowers. I have never seen a flower, you know, but more than anything, I want to see my Mommy. How do you look, Mommy? December 24th. I wonder if my mother hears the delicate beat of my heart. Some children are born with sickly hearts, and then the gentle fingers of a doctor performs miracles to make them healthy. But my heart is healthy. It beats so evenly. Tap, 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 tap. You shall have a healthy son, Mother. December 28th. Today, my mother killed me. Why did you kill me, Mommy? When God made me special for you, I really wanted to see you and put my little arms around you.
Stop whining. Stop whining.
Me, Mommy.
Quiet.
Because I thought you really cared for me.
Stop it.
And I wonder what I would have grown up to be. I guess I'll never know. 'Cause Mommy, you killed me.
It's just the best.
Wow.
Why did you kill?
Yeah, it takes a while to get there, but man, what a payoff.
What a payoff.
What a goddamn payoff.
You are right, Anthony.
Dun-dun-dun.
Well, that inspired this little thing from one of our listeners as we go to break.
Ooh.
August 2002. I'm a cute little puppy in a pet store on the Upper East Side of New York. I'm a Cairn Terrier, and boy am I cute. September 2002. I can't wait for a family to take me home. Look at this lady. I hope it's not her. She looks like a real twat. Christmas 2002. That fucking twat brought me home, and it sucks here. I keep hearing two words, career and failure. February 2003. It's Valentine's Day, and the fat fuck named Mike still hasn't brushed his teeth. I think I'll shit on his pillow. September 2003. I hate it here. I've been here for 7 dog years. Nothing works here. The mouthwash doesn't work. Thanksgiving 2003. I'd rather lick my ass than kiss Mike. Did I mention they named me Rudy after the mayor of New York? These people are dumber than the ball I chase. March 2004. That cunt had my ballsack cut off. October 2004. I despise these freaks. I just ass-fucked Clink. That'll teach him to eat my kibble. February 2005. I'm running away. They'll never find me, and I'll be happy with a family that doesn't suck ass. March 2005. You killed me. You ran me over because you were late for work. You'll burn in hell. I trusted you, you fat fuck.
It's on! Man, blanket, old lay right, knee to the head, knee to the groin, hammer, well done with it.
Yeah. Which, what?
What? Where? Sure, what? What?
Who?
Splat.
We have problems.
Shake it up, shake it, ooh, shake it, ooh.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. What the hell was that?
Jimmy's wrecking the joint.
What was that?
I was leaning against this window thing, and my chair hooked into the bottom ledge of the thing that holds the shade.
Oh, all right.
And I have screws in that thing?
Apparently not.
It's like the second piece of metal that's fallen off of this thing.
All right. Still to come on the program, we're going to talk to Brian Herta.
I didn't mean it, Ben.
He's an Indy racer.
I didn't mean it.
He drives the XM car, right?
Yeah. What did he come in third?
Wait, what's
third
wrong
in the Indy 500?
What's wrong with old knee back?
Oh, my God.
What
yeah,
the
this
hell
is
is
the story
this?
on Good Morning America.
Just take the hanger out of your shirt, lady.
It's some girl that
reconnected the straight portions artificially, surrounding them with titanium mesh and adding to
in her spine.
What happened, Anthony?
Well, she's born bent over. She just like as at a 90-degree bend when she walks because her spine was all screwy in her lower back, and they actually had to take out part of her spine and replace it with titanium.
All right, I got to be...
That's quite the operation.
I got to be...
your spinal cord's running through it.
I was going to say, I got to be a dummy. Wouldn't that paralyze you in some fashion?
You would think, but I guess they're very careful when they take the bone out and put the titanium in.
They take the bone out and keep the electric circuits still in there?
Yeah, all connected.
He did it, this guy.
And then they put...
Because they showed where they actually have like a 6-inch section of the spine that they removed, and then they filled it in with titanium.
Look at her. Oh, my God, was she bent over.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a knee. Her back was a knee.
Was a knee, yeah. And she would walk around, hunched over.
Yeah.
Looks like Groucho.
Yeah.
How you doing? Here,
Yeah.
give her a cigar and some eyebrows.
Hello, I must be leaving. I'm only 5, and I'm always bent over. Well, that's right. Chew a pickle, stupid.
A medical
miracle.
Looks
like I'm fucking you in the ass again.
Teen girl standing tall.
Where?
Jesus.
Ah, there you go.
That's a very rare condition called I look ridiculous-itis.
We always get the hate mail, but the reality is, if you're going to throw this stuff on TV, you got to make fun of it.
That's why they're putting it on TV. This isn't to teach anyone anything. It's the freak show.
That's right.
People love parading freaks on television.
It's no different than the sideshows at the circuses that they took away from us. Now they just throw it on TV. They throw a little news around it and a little passion and a host that makes believe she cares. and then it's okay. But
That's right.
tomorrow they don't care about bent over girl. They're on to the next thing.
Give her an ace
Oh,
bandage for
my
her
God.
back.
Look at the picture of her without her shirt on.
Nice.
They're covering her little boobies, though.
Unfortunately.
And
Why she
then,
pull her pants up so high?
Yeah, come on. Pull
He's
them down.
sexy, for Christ's sake.
They're showing pictures of her, those medical pictures that are so sexy when they're naked. I remember looking in a medical book when I was a kid. Are you always looking for jacking material? And I jacked to some naked woman with the black strip over her eyes so you can't tell who she is, with, I think, severe psoriasis, but she was completely naked, and that's all that I needed. Thumbing through. And she was the best thing in the book. Like, there were other nude women, but I couldn't bring myself to, jerk off to a woman with the gout or something.
What, Jimmy?
They're re-showing the same 3 pictures
Of
over and
course they
over
are.
and over.
And the girl just doesn't want to be there. You could tell.
She's got cushy boobies.
Yeah, but she has a little mole between her nose and lip, which is bugging
Yeah.
me more than that stupid knee in her back.
You know who she looks like? Remember the mechanic kid driver that Bonnie and Clyde picked up in the Bonnie and Clyde movie?
Oh, Jesus, wow.
No.
Jesus. Jesus, Anthony.
No.
I'm just going back to 1968.
Yeah. She looks like the gaffer on Citizen Kane.
Stop making us look like we have the memory of a gnat.
He was also in an episode of Star Trek. The one with the grups?
Yeah.
Of
course I remember, Anthony. Of course.
Yeah. Someone will know his name. I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, when you're broadcasting to close to 1 million people, at least one out there would know.
Someone. All right, it's a little obscure, I understand, but it's not like Bonnie and Clyde is a movie no one's seen.
I could barely tell you the names of the names of the leads in that movie. Warren Beatty and
what's her name?
And
from Mommy Dearest.
Oh yeah, Joan Crawford. No,
Joan Crawford was in that?
No, she was married to Jay Giles. Ben is screaming. Ben is screaming from The Office.
Here we go. Oh, it was 1967. Faye Dunaway.
Faye Dunaway, that's right.
She was married to Jay Giles?
Yeah, she was married to Jay Giles for a while. That's something I know. I know some things.
And his name is Michael J. Pollard. And he was in House of a Thousand Corpses recently.
Wait, the guy who sang Centerfold was banging Faye Dunaway?
No. Michael J. Pollard.
You said Jay Giles.
Yeah, there's a whole thing going on where no one's listening. I had a conversation with Jimmy. You were having a conversation with me.
No, I was looking.
And I think you and Jimmy were having a conversation.
No, you did say Jay Giles.
You said Jay Giles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Peter Wolf, yeah. She was married to Peter Wolf for a while. Ben backed me up on this.
I believe it.
And he wrote Love Stinks about her.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a picture of him recently.
Yeah, you did.
Wow, his hair was really dark.
All right, very good, Anthony. Let's say hi to Kevin in Philly. Kevin, what's up?
Hey, that bent-over woman, she's just a natural chain of evolution. That's just the way all women are going to be born here. That's just the first step, so you got to make sure that you procreate with her.
And you know what's funny? They had that weird thing they had to remove from her hand. Turns out it was a plunger. They're going to be born with little brooms attached to their fingers. Instead of fingers, little wispy dust sweepers.
All right, well, we got lots to do today here, guys.
Ooh.
On the cover of the New York Post, Brad and Angelina in bed. Photo exclusive, Anthony.
Oh.
They finally got a picture of them in bed.
From a movie?
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
that's always the way.
That's the oldest gag in the book.
The whole thing's a promo for that dumb film.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Who gives a shit? It's probably awful.
Of course it is. Like, these people, the news agencies feel like they're getting this coup when they talk to them. And I was listening to Wins on the way in, the news station, and they were so excited that they had this interview with Brad Pitt, and they're like, we even asked him about Angelina Jolie. Like, he's not going to talk about her. Because they did a movie, and they want the movie to do well, and they want some buzz with the movie. That's the only reason.
Can you imagine being so cool, like Brad Pitt, where you're banging Jennifer Aniston, you blow her off for Angelina Jolie, and you don't even tell anyone? You don't even have to tell anyone.
Well, you're cheating, is what he was doing. You don't.
Yeah, but now it's over, so
blurt it out.
Now he could openly admit it, right? Or they're still going through divorce stuff, and that's why maybe he's not talking.
Maybe, pending litigation.
But like we said yesterday, man, ticket tape parade.
Yeah.
In the canyons Canyon of Heroes.
Canyon of Heroes here in New York.
What kind of parade?
I said canyon.
No, what kind of parade?
Ticker tape.
Oh, okay.
It's a ticker. What?
Did you say ticket tape?
Yeah, he did.
Did I say ticket tape the first time?
Yesterday too. Ticket tape.
Well, ticket tape.
Yeah.
Oh, violations. Parking near a hydrant. Speeding.
Celebrating the meter maid.
We would announce that to the world if that happened to us. Yes, I am fucking her.
Some scotch and duct and masking tape comes.
All right.
Ticket?
It's a ticket tape parade.
Ticker.
So there's tickets and tape.
Oh, now it's
going
tickers.
Quite a long way for this one.
So instead it's clocks and hearts.
Hey, on instant feedback, Eric, if you could get a Rage from Whackbag. He said if you loved Diary of an Unborn Child, you'll love Story of an Alcoholic Father by the same twisted fuck. And then there's a link to an MP3. Perhaps you should get that
immediately.
Chop.
Hawk.
Post haste.
All right. So, what was Brad Pitt saying in this interview on the way in then?
He gave up no details about any romance or anything. And you got to figure the guy is going through a divorce. So, you can't be saying anything that can be used in court. You know what I mean? Believe me, I blurted out the words, sorry, pending litigation many times during my case. I wasn't allowed to bring up much of anything. Anything finances, sexual, where you're spending your money, what you're doing. You got to sound like you're destitute and not fucking anything.
You know what, though? When the details finally came out about you, though, you were everyone's hero.
Well...
you were everyone's hero.
What can I say? What can I say? It was, well, what can I say? Ooh. I'm a radio star. How to live the life. Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, that was, hey, let's settle this. All kinds of things come up in the courtroom. And I'm sitting in the courtroom, and stupid Dominic Barber's my wife's attorney, and he starts questioning me. And, of course, the first question was, we've heard this before, when was your anniversary? When were you married? And I didn't know the date. I said, I don't remember, which really made me look good. And the Post and the Daily News reporters are in the gallery there, and they're writing things down, like, oh, he didn't remember this. And then they started bringing up some sex stuff.
As soon as they said that, they ran to the payphones to get
Stop the presses! Stop the presses! And then they bring up sex stuff, and it's like, oh, boy. All right, let's settle. I'm done. Let's hit the back room, and I'll break up my checkbook. And Dominic Barber called the Post and the Daily News and told them to be there, because he knows that when the questioning got a little hot and heavy, I would cave.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Anthony, in my hands, the latest press release from XM Satellite Radio.
Oh.
Making Don and Mike look stupid again. Yeah. No one's talking about us. No one is even knows we're still doing radio. That's cute, Don. Very cute. Audible Inc., which sells downloadable audio versions of books and newspapers, and satellite radio service provider XM Satellite Radio Holdings Inc. on Tuesday said that in 2006, they will co-launch a new handheld device that can play both the XM service and Audible's audio content. The portable handheld satellite radio devices will be able to receive both XM's roughly 150 digital radio channels, as well as audio programs from broadcasters and audio book, newspaper, and magazine publishers, which can be downloaded from the Internet. So it is going to be another device that they're coming up with.
So you listen to XM, you listen in, and then you go, hey, I need some headlines. And you could download a newspaper into it.
Yeah.
And then you could read it
and
right on the device. And books.
If you want to, read the Da Vinci Code without doing all the work, you download it to your stupid this new device that's going to be announced, I guess, and there you have it. The value of the agreement was not disclosed. XM and Audible said they will prominently co-market each other's services. Here's where it's good news for you and I and Jimmy. XM said it will feature Audible on the air, its website, and other channels, and also make the company's spoken word programming available for downloading on the XM website. Audible said it will offer popular XM talk programs on its own website, starting with the Bob Edwards Show and Opie and Anthony.
Hey! How about that?
The virus continues to spread, slowly but surely.
Wow, Audible shares closed Monday at $16.33 on NASDAQ and climbed $1.17, 7.2%, to $17.50 in pre-market activity. Nice.
And XM Satellite shares closed Monday at $33.48.
$33.48. Hey, where's the doggy company stock?
I understand that they're going to be putting out these new cassettes that they're going to mail out with political flyers.
Classic.
Remember getting the cassettes in the mail? It's like a whole book or series. It's
yeah, and you come in this huge thing that you unfold, and there's 20 cassettes in there.
Right. How to quit smoking or something.
There it
4
is.
cassettes.
Yeah, Sirius is going to do that with the NFL games they have, and they're just going to be like, don't watch this weekend. You'll get the cassettes in a few days. You can listen to the game at home.
Classic.
Just awful.
The Alcoholic Father
Move along.
14 minutes long.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's classic.
Alcoholic Father audio is 14 minutes long. I guess we'll have to work on that.
Well, someone listen to it. If it's
give it a listen.
If it's worth all 14 minutes,
it.
we'll have fun with that.
Let's see. Pre-market activity, XM up 41 cents, 1.2%. 33.48 in pre-market activity. That's pretty good. Pre-market. Let's see. Sirius. Down.
No.
Down 4 cents in pre-market. $5.89.
That's a good buy, though, I guess.
Weren't they up to 9 something? That was a good.
Oh, who got in at 9?
I did.
Who got in at 9? You did.
I bought 32 shares.
32 shares at $9 a pop.
I've been leaving mail messages every day. I got some things I want to talk about as a shareholder.
As a shareholder. I'm a shareholder in this company, and I got something to say.
Mr. K?
So this is kind of like moving into kind of iPod territory, isn't it? Where you're downloading stuff
even further than iPod. This is like
I'm trying to understand this completely, Anthony.
Handheld web access.
So you go to Audible's website and you'll download the magazines and books and newspapers right into this device that's yet to be named. And also you could download our program and Bob Edwards and also get the music channels, right?
I like this. It's less carry-on. Less carry-on. A lot of people take your carry-on on the plane and stuff. And what do you got? You got your bag with the Walkman in it or whatever Walkman. Listen to me. iPod, a book. Things like that, all your entertainment things, DVDs, stuff like that. It's getting to the point where you're just going to have one device that takes care of everything. Your phone calls, you watch movies on it, you download books, you listen to satellite radio. Just one device. It's getting there.
Once the screens are foldable and rollable for real, once you can get a really great laptop screen that's rollable, everything is going to change.
What, in a little tube?
Yeah, they're already working on something like that.
Why does it have to be a tube, though?
Or whatever it would be. However you'd make it very small.
I just like it kind of flat. Something that fits in your pocket like a wallet.
Agreed.
Like a wallet.
Well, say it's a tube, but say it's the length of a pen or something. That's how it will start. It's still small enough to carry in a jacket pocket. I mean, whatever they're going to do.
That's what it is. Things have to get to the point where you can just carry them like they're nothing. And they're definitely going in that direction. Some of the phones that are coming out now, all the stuff that's on them, and they're getting smaller and smaller. Now you can flip them open and text message.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really easily, you know, and it's not a big, clunky item anymore. Good stuff, because I have a pain in the... My phone, I'm ready to throw it. Ben text messages a lot, you know? So he'll text me something, and it will take me 10 minutes to write, okay, Ben. I have no clue. I'm trying to... You know, because you got to go with the numbers and, you know, click on 1 3 times, and that's a C, and it's a pain in the ass. I like having a keyboard.
I don't text message ever. I don't know how to do it.
You don't?
Nah, man. I whenever somebody texts me, it always comes up unknown. Maybe I'm not connected to the web right. My stupid phone, I don't know how to do it.
It's not connected to the
Connected to the web. Text messaging?
Oh, I don't know what to do. Sprint, because you got to sprint for service. I wish Voss was here so I could think of that joke and throw my scalding coffee on his arm.
Let's go to Louie in Jersey. Louie!
Dude.
Yeah.
They had some guy screaming about stocks last night. I don't know what program it was. It was the first time I ever seen it.
I think it's I want to say MSNBC. It's this new guy who does this stock show, and all he does is scream the whole show about stocks. He takes phone calls. He plays sound effects.
I think I saw that over the weekend.
Everyone's seen it.
Okay.
You stop, and it's like, what is this guy? I'm kind of getting interested in it.
I'll tell you what, it made me, think about taking $1,000 and putting it on the side and going over and start doing this shit.
See, the guy's a crack dealer is what he is.
So he comes on with this Sirius versus XM, and he says that Sirius is kind of right there with XM. They showed some graphs and shit, and then he says, well, but the big point is technology. He says technology is tops, and XM leads it by a long, long shot.
Yeah.
So they're doing good.
That guy is crazy. I've watched the show. He goes around like he's going to have a stroke at any minute. He's yelling. He's sweating. He's trying to hit his sound effects. Sometimes they don't work. He's taking calls, and he's just spouting off his opinions on stocks. People call up and, what do you think of GE? GE? That's a blue chip stock, and you can't lose with it. I'm looking at the price. It's a good buy right now. Next. And the next call comes up. He's screaming.
We got to get audio of this guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's the latest announcement from XM. That sounds like a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good one. Tony in Jersey. What's up, Tony?
Yes, I want to correct Jimmy. The doggy company is not going to send cassettes. They're going to send 8-tracks out.
My name is Jose Jimenez.
Connor?
Yeah, this is Connor.
Hey, Connor.
Hi, Connor.
Hi there.
What a good name.
I think that guy you're talking about's name is Kudlow. Kramer from Kudlow and Kramer Show.
It is Kramer. That's his name.
That's your man. Punk him out.
All right. CNBC, right? Mad Money, it's called.
Mad Money. He's got the new hot stock show.
Is it entertaining?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet if it's entertaining. I watched it for a while, but I'm not sure if I was entertained or really annoyed. He's loud, obnoxious.
Well, for stocks to be watchable, let's be honest.
Exactly.
Unless you're going to have a chick just blowing a guy while he talks about stock, you got to do something interesting.
You got to do something, right.
All right, so Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Picture of them in bed, but it turns out it's just a picture from their stupid movie. Photo exclusive. The Post is going with that as their front page today, Anthony.
Yeah. That's their big news.
And then the Daily News going with Jerkus Maximus.
Wow.
Jerkus Maximus.
I can't get enough of the front pages of the paper every day.
You just can't do anything in life. No matter what you do and succeed in, if you make the news in any kind of a bad light, they will twist it around. The guy was in a great movie, Gladiator, and now it's just twisted around to Jerkus Maximus.
Well, he takes his phone and he acts like the end of Midnight Cowboy. He tries to shove it in Townie's mouth. Please, sir.
You know what, though? This is going to help his movie. It's getting weird reviews, that Cinderella Man.
Read some pretty bad ones.
Well, it's getting really bad reviews, but that one show that we used to respect, Ebert and Roper, or Siskel and Ebert.
Siskel and...
Well, Siskel's done,
Siskel's
so now it's
been dead for years.
So now they messed up the name of the show.
Oh, now it's insert name here in Ebert.
Well, they should have
Pudd'nhead and Ebert.
They should have just continued calling it the Siskel and Ebert movie review show. But now it's Ebert and Roper?
Old Birdhouse Skull and Ebert.
Didn't we once, I recall him, Old Tapioca Under the Hat and Ebert?
But, I think he got the stomach stapling surgery. That surgery's not for everyone.
No.
That made him look ridiculous.
Some people are better off fat.
Jovial.
Yeah, some people could pull off the fatness, and there's nothing wrong with that. Other people lose the surgery, and it's like, what are you doing?
Like, you look at a guy like Vincent Pastore, he looks good big. Like, you know what I mean? Big pussy.
Right.
He doesn't look like a big fatso. He's just a big guy.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't look good if he lost a lot of weight.
That water buffalo head, who wants to see him slim? Head's not going to shrink.
Anyway, the Ebert and Roper team. Ebert. I don't know.
And
Ebert.
Roper. Tripper and Roper.
You put a P in there.
You put a P. Ebert. They gave the Cinderella Man 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs way up.
Ooh.
I'm starting to not respect their reviews of movies, Anthony, because they're giving everything 2 thumbs up at this point.
Dude, I stopped respecting him because he's married. Ebert's married to a black woman, so I heard he's always been nicer to black actors, which is fine.
Ooh.
But then this Yutz comes out and says that what's his name is the greatest actor.
Morgan Freeman.
The greatest actor. I think Denzel's a much better black actor, not just because my ex-girlfriend had him in the car the other night and had some sort of an accident.
What?
I'll find out details.
Wait.
What? She was hanging with Denzel. I don't know. Something happened.
Who?
My ex. Can't say her name on the air, but my ex.
Your ex, the one that borrowed $20 from you?
Yeah.
And went to the crack dealer and got ripped off.
She was in an accident with him?
She's fine. No one was hurt. Something to do with something in a really fancy car and Denzel in the car. And then some kind of a weird accident in front of Jeff Gordon.
Was she
driving.
in the car?
She was driving it.
She was driving the car.
Yeah.
Denzel's in the car.
I believe so, yeah.
And they ran into who?
No. Something, I don't know what she hit because she called me yesterday looking for the West Side Highway because she's a psychopath and she was trying to find the Opie and Anthony show on 202 and she didn't know what channel it was on. So she was like, she said the what is it called? The OnStar guidance, whatever, what kind of guidance system she has was sending her in circles.
Uh-huh.
But somebody tells me it wasn't the system.
The navigation.
Somebody tells me she was reading it wrong. And I'm like, did you bang Denzel? And she's like, no. I was like,
no?
Why didn't you?
Oh. Was there anything going on between
I don't know.
her and Denzel?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Why was she driving Denzel around?
I didn't get details. I was walking into an elevator trying to get a chance to talk
How
to
do
her.
you just stop before you get into the elevator?
I was just like, whatever.
Are you
man.
insane?
I'll talk to her later.
It's Denzel. You don't get into the elevator.
That's her, dude.
There is nothing you were on your way to that was as important as that phone call.
Oh, yeah, there was. The internet and somebody calling with a pricing issue. A young lady who I was corresponding with. I love Denzel, but I'll just rent Glory after I have fun with this hooker. So yeah, she called me back. I didn't really. I talked to her for a couple minutes, and she was looking for and her phone was kind of shitty. I'll talk to her later.
Yeah.
I told you, she's fantastic. She's my only ex-girlfriend that I'm friends with.
So she's in it was just her and Denzel.
That I don't know. I think so, because it was a small luxury vehicle belonging to her ex.
And how did Jeff Gordon end up in
don't
this
know.
story?
I have no idea.
Race car driver Jeff Gordon?
Yeah, she's like, and then I kind of crashed the car in front of Jeff Gordon. I'm like, all right.
Is she psycho where she doesn't? Maybe she's making things up. Making things up?
No. She'll exaggerate something, like when she told me she was almost kidnapped in Jamaica recently, and it turns out like you weren't. What are you talking about? Like she just didn't like something the cabbie did. She's like, he was going to kidnap us. I'm like, no. But she wouldn't come out and lie and say that she was with Denzel if she wasn't. No.
Anthony,
she might have been exaggerating, and she was actually with Rodney Allen Rippey.
Or some other Washington.
You got to hang with this girl. She is just nuts and has a story every time you see her.
Yeah, and
every
time. Yeah.
A lot of drama.
Story.
A lot of drama. Drama.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
I don't like drama girls.
When you're dating someone, it's really tough. But now that she's my friend, she was the realtor who got me my apartment. I love her.
Really?
Yeah. She's because I knew as my ex-girlfriend, I knew that I would, as a friend, I would have 24-hour access, and I trusted her. She wouldn't lie to me because I know her, for a long time. And
you ever bang her anymore?
No, we have nothing sexual anymore. She's really hot. But I don't care about banging her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't care about banging me. It's like she moved on, I moved on, but I still dig her as a person.
That is so odd.
Chris tells me what an awful boyfriend I was because
I was, you don't come back and tell her that she's an awful girlfriend?
Because I was never abused. She's like, because I was always away and working. She's like, you wouldn't even take nights off. Well, it was like, we'd walk into a restaurant and you would turn the forks upside down because you think they're coming at your eyes. You fucking wacko.
Are you kidding me?
No! She turns the forks.
Nut.
The forks have to be turned upside down because it looks like they're coming right at her eyes.
That is really weird, man.
And I remember Keith Robinson, I was telling that to him, like, yeah, this is the thing. He's like, oh, man, she's nuts.
Of course. The forks are coming at her eyes.
Isn't that great, Ant?
Yeah.
That is good, but always with the drama.
Always. And yet I still really have fun talking to her. She's like one ex I really want to hang with. And I love listening to her.
That is an interesting ex to have, then, if she's got stories with Denzel and Jeff Gordon.
It's just silly. And she used to...
up.
Well, I'll let her tell the story someday, because I do want to bring her on the air one day. I don't care, because I won't mention the name of the boxer that she would have sex with who liked dildos in his ass. I won't mention that. I won't mention that at all.
Are you kidding?
No, sir.
A boxer?
Yep.
A very popular boxer?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that Olympic gold medalist. I mean, I'm not sure. It was all alleged. I mean, who knows? Maybe she'll tell the story someday.
Likes to sing sometimes.
Possibly. I don't know.
What?
Don't know anything about him.
That's all we could say.
I'm trying to think of who this is. I don't know enough.
He's one of the biggest. In
really?
recent years, sure. In the last decade.
Yeah.
A little more than a decade, I guess, at this point.
Not Ali, of course.
No.
Oh, Jesus,
Him, you put a vibrating dildo up his ass, and he stands still. It evens him out. In the last 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
She's interesting.
Is it Evander?
No, not that weight class. I can't say anyway. I don't know what the
lightweight, black guy.
I don't think so. Spanish. I'm not sure exactly what he was.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I know now. Yeah, that's all I needed.
No, not
him.
If he
the
put
other
up Felix
guy.
Trinidad, I'll throw my coffee at him.
He put in Chavez.
Oh, yeah, Jesus,
it's
no.
not Chavez, no.
No, it's that other guy. It's the one that the chicks dig, right?
It's the pretty boy.
I don't even know.
Yeah. What the hell?
It's all alleged. Who knows?
It's all alleged.
I don't know, a little bag of things.
And now there's Denzel Washington story and Jeff Gordon.
It's all alleged stuff.
And I'd like to just sit her down one day and go, how did you wind up fucking me ever? How did that happen?
Well,
I'm a mess.
You're a famous guy.
I'm not a famous guy. I'm a
Is she a
dick
star
joke artist
fucker?
from Jersey. No, I mean she's hung out with some pretty famous people that she hasn't banged, and the fact that she was faithful to me for 9 months or whatever it was that we dated, and I don't think she was banging other guys.
Really?
She could have if she wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah.
She easily could have. I mean, there was no reason.
You lived together?
No.
No, you didn't live together?
No, and she saw the dump I lived in Jersey and still wanted to be my girlfriend and stay over. It was like, she knew I was a mess, so.
She still do drugs?
I don't think so. I mean, she was doing better. I mean, I'm hoping she doesn't anymore because she was partying, but I don't think she is now. I hope not.
She does good in the realty business?
Yeah, well, she's a fucking really smart,
like, it's so odd when
funny
you see some
maniac.
people that are a certain way, and they actually hold down a job and do well.
Well, because
this chick sounds like a fucking lunatic.
She's a loon. She works for Montana Realty. She's trying to get
Montana Realty.
Montana Realty Company.
All right, let's get to the Angelina Jolie stuff. So they interviewed her on the Today Show, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a little taste.
You have said, quote, to be intimate with a married man when my own father cheated on my mother is not something I could forgive. Yeah. I could not look at myself in the morning if I did that.
I wouldn't be attracted to a man who would cheat on his wife.
What?
She is sexy. Just listen to her talk. She is a confident, sexy
What did
girl.
she say, though?
She wouldn't be attracted to a man that
who would cheat on his wife?
Would cheat on his wife.
So does that mean she's not attracted to Brad Pitt? Is that what she said?
Well, they're going to just speak around the issues.
Beat around the bush.
Beat around the bush.
Why not just say what's going on so nobody keeps putting a camera in your face?
It's not about that, and you and I both know that I could make 1,000 statements right now, and it doesn't matter. I'm more annoyed when because of all of it, I try to take my son on a carousel yesterday, and we've got too many people flashing pictures for him to have a good time. That bothers me. But I don't read gossip. It's never nice to be caught up in a whirlwind.
Oh my
of
God,
stuff.
that is such bullshit. That is such She's annoyed. She's not annoyed. She's loving the attention.
They love it. Mm-hmm.
The reality is, if she wants to go to a carousel or a park with her kids, she could find one, that where the paparazzi aren't there.
Close down the park?
Not even. You just go kind of incognito. Most of these people, walk out of their hotel when they're in New York City because that's where the paparazzi are waiting for you, and then they'll take the stroll, and everyone just follows you. Mm-hmm. You could set it up in such a way you can get out of the hotel without anyone knowing.
You think?
Her? Definitely, man.
The paparazzi's looking for her these days. I don't know.
Definitely.
That might be rough. What picture is that, Eric?
From Original Sin.
Who is that?
Angelina
Jolie. God damn, that's a hot picture. Holy shit.
Can I see that, Hawk?
Yeah, take a look at that, Jimmy.
From Mr. Skin. Once again,
really
Mr. Skin coming through.
MrSkin.com is a godsend.
But that other movie where she's the heroin addict, that's where she was at her best, naked. Gia. Yeah, the stuff from Gia is just amazing.
She's a great actress, too, man.
Absolutely amazing.
Poor Billy Bob.
The reality is that the reason they're not making any statements is because it's keeping the attention going. They got a new movie coming out. If all of a sudden she goes, you know what, this is bull, we never did anything, we're just friends, and then there's almost no story at that point.
It's very possible that they are just saying, let's hang out and get everybody talking. I mean, that's also very,
They do that all the time in Hollywood.
And the dummies, we're talking about it because it's news, but there are people that really give a shit. Like, I wonder if they're going to... Who cares?
Yes, I wonder. Oh, well.
And Angelina and Brad are taking unprecedented measures to make sure it's not. They sent out these agreements to journalists demanding no personal questions be asked during today's press interviews.
Yeah, this is what we talked about yesterday. They actually had a contract you had to sign if you want to interview one of these two.
And, of course, these ballless nobodies in the press would never sarcastically ask it or find a way around it.
Yeah.
You know, they're just such. The more I hear about them photographing her and her kid, the happier I am about Arthur Chien. Bye-bye.
For Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Angelina's agreement, sent by her lawyer, even threatens legal action if the terms are violated, saying Angelina will end the interview, leave the room, and keep the tape. But as for Ann Curry's interview, she says...
There were absolutely no restrictions on this interview. Absolutely no restrictions. I don't make deals before interviews about what I'm going to ask and what I'm not going to ask.
And neither do we. So we have canceled our interviews with both stars.
Wow.
Oh, wow. You're
You
doing the
have
right
some
thing.
dignity.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. We have canceled our interview.
They don't want to be interviewed because, like you said, they don't want the truth to come out because the truth is probably boring.
Yeah.
We just hang out and he touches my kid and wonders what nationality it is, and neither one of us knows, and then we don't fuck. We touch this nationless boy. Which I adopted to look hip on Wilshire. Or Wilshire, however you say it. Wilshire. Fucking Jersey Rube. Jesus. Go to Houston Street in Village.
So there you have it. That's the latest on Brad and Angelina.
Oh, thank God. Really wanted to know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to be in that situation. Is it true you left a log in the bowl that was sticking 8 inches out of the water? No comment.
Why don't they just diffuse the situation? Like, why make a big thing with these contracts that the press has to sign that they're not going to ask? If they ask, just go, nah, nothing really going on. No.
Well, it
make it boring.
Because it's getting everyone talking. Because now everyone's talking about the contract. They just throw these little tidbits out there, and the media grabs it and runs with it. And
everything's calculated.
And of course, as they're doing their stories and this stuff, they mention that they got a new movie coming out. Everyone knows this movie's called Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I would have never known.
Well, I know it is actually a good movie. And she said the hardest part about playing the role was learning to drive the minivan.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, brother. All right. We got other things here. We got the third installment of Mayor Menino mispronouncing stuff. We like going down that road. We have the Paul Anka yelling at his band that we've done.
Yeah.
We've isolated some of the better ones, Anthony.
Uh-huh.
And we also have Paul Anka's new CD.
Yeah, what's that about?
He's covering songs.
Ooh. He's covering...
Like he does Bon Jovi, It's My Life, Spandau Ballet, True, Eye of the Tiger from Survivor.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Do you really?
Oh, of course. Paul Anka doing Eye of the Tiger?
Everybody Hurts from R.E.M.
Ugh.
Wonderwall from Oasis, Black Hole Sun. Goes on and on. Jump from Van Halen. Hello from Lionel Richie. Smells Like Teen Spirit?
No way.
He did not.
You got to hear that one.
Yeah, we got to hear that.
Hey, listen, if you put on Eye of the Tiger, I'm getting up in shadow boxing, so you might want to play the other one. That gets me moving. I'm sorry.
See that.
I can't help it. Just pumps me up for exercise.
This is a good contrast. We got the clips of Paul Anka yelling and screaming at his band behind the scenes, and then we have the song. So here's Paul Anka.
You thought 8 things tonight. You're on fucking notice, John. I gave you a list. You had half a list that I gave you with choosing everything on it. Okay? The guys get shirts. Don't make a fucking maniac out of me. The guys get shirts. Do you understand? We're not going to be as strong as our weakest link. The guys get shirts.
Yeah.
Rising up, back on the street, did my time, took chances.
What's it gonna be, guys?
I went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man with the will to survive.
Yeah.
And many times it happened too fast. You change your passion for the glory.
That's when she came into my life.
Don't
Some broad opened the door and walked in. She had a great pair of stems. I took a shot of whiskey. Just awful music.
Just it's the eye of a tiger, dream at a fight, rising up to challenge a rival.
You know, just write a new song, because it doesn't even sound like Eye of the Tiger.
How do you make that song worse?
Yeah. How that was...
Jesus.
That's like take the lyrics of a song and just write a new song around it and use someone else's lyrics. That's what that was.
What it smells like Teen Spirit? We gotta hear that.
Yeah,
that's
that I
gotta
gotta
be
hear.
God awful.
All right, well, first we got to hear a clip of him yelling at his band.
Oh,
What's it going to be, guys? Do you want fucking Vinnie Falcone in front? Do you want me to go and get a conductor that'll sit and ride your asses? Is that what you want? Do you want your jokes?
What an ass.
I want Vinnie Falcone.
There is a lot of loose shit going on, and I am telling you, you guys are thin ice. All right? I'm telling you right now.
It does
And
sound
when
like
I
Ron
fucking
from
move,
Ron and
I
Fez.
slice like a fucking hammer. You've seen it, and I'll do it again. When I tell you the band, you better look and make sure everybody's here when you walk in this room. I will not put up with this shit. You understand that? That's just the fucking way it is. Every one of your fucking checks cash.
And bring your friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard, she's self-assured.
Oh my God, smells like Teen Spirit. I have no idea.
Yeah, it doesn't even...
No, I know a dirty word. Hello, 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 how low? Hello, 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 how low? With the lights out, less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid, contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us. I'm a lotto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido. Yeah.
Oh, is that horrid?
I gotta say, I like this better than the original.
Shut up. You dick.
Let's go to Nathan in South Carolina. Nathan.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to say?
No, I wanted to say, maybe he'll blow his head off like Kurt Cobain did.
Some people have such good ideas when they call, and then they can't pull it off once they make the call.
And then they blow it.
Hello, 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 hello.
Didn't Lounge Against the Machine already do this like 5 years ago? Good to see Mr. Anka has an original idea. John from Ithaca.
Richard Cheese.
Richard Cheese.
Sounds like Richard Cheese, actually. Brother.
I invented this type of music, Robin.
Tell him, Fred.
Tell him, Dick Cheese.
All right, well, you don't want to hear any more of this, do you?
Nice.
What other songs do you do? Those are great.
Spandau Ballet, True, Everybody Hurts, Jump, Hello from Lionel Richie, Eyes Without a Face, Billy Idol, Love Cats by The Cure, Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton, The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson.
Hollywood Nova from Whackbag bringing up that Pat Boone did Enter Sandman. Remember
Did
that?
he really?
Yeah. This has been done.
Well, Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash made the songs cooler, though. He actually made every song he did cooler. It's amazing.
Yeah. All right.
You ever hear The Wall by Johnny Cash? Oh, it's not a cover. It's one of his originals.
Yeah.
Download that. The Wall. Fucking unbelievable.
Okay, we're going to take a break. On the way, we got Bin Laden's niece.
She's a guest.
Yeah.
Friends got her booked. No, just don't ask her about her uncle. No, it's not a contract.
Imagine.
Yeah, I saw her on TV a couple of days ago. She's not too bad looking, but there's this little hint of Osama bin Laden in her face. Like she's kind of good looking, but you could kind of see him in there, which would be a little distracting.
Why aren't we allowed to just kill her?
Well, what, guilt by association?
Well, you know, her uncle there killed a lot of our brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers.
We've all had uncles that have done things in life that perhaps we shouldn't pay for.
Hey, I'm sure George Bush's family wouldn't be bothered in the Middle East. They're fair-minded, good people.
Right. Wouldn't be lopping their heads off.
Not at all. Lovely religion.
That's how we are. That's what separates us, Jimmy.
Right, we're
the
dumb.
Animals. We're stupid. Oh, is this the over 40 cheerleaders?
No, it's not.
On ABC.
What are they trying to do?
Their morning show. I think they're cheerleaders and they're over 40.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be funny? Look at them.
See, so they're walking around in like bathrobes, like they're just housewives in the morning, and then they rip off the hat and robe, and they become cheerleaders for, I think, some female basketball team. Oh, wow, they gotta dance the hot stuff. Do you recognize the logo on the front as some sports team?
No, I could care less.
C-U-N. Wait, she's turning around.
There's nothing hot about this.
And they're unique because they're over 40.
They got baggy T-shirts on and awful, red, orange pants?
They got the mom jeans on.
Well, hopefully they lose the pants, no?
No, I think this is
as good
all
as
the
it gets.
skin you're going to get. Yeah, this puts the other cheerleaders to shame. They're wearing full long pants and T-shirts.
Baggy T-shirts.
Yeah.
I want to hear the cheers. Give me an H. Give me a Y. Give me an S. Give me a T. Give me an R. What's it spell? The beginning of hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy?
Hysterectomy.
Is it H-E?
No, H-Y.
H-Y-S-T-E-R. You said R.
S-T-E-R.
Yeah, you said S-T-R.
You sure?
I'm positive. Play the tape back.
I'm pretty sure I said E-R.
No, you fucked up.
I certainly didn't.
Hysterectomy.
But did you
I'm sorry, you'll have to get a hysterectomy.
But did you hear the way I bailed out of it because I didn't feel like spelling out the entire word?
Of course, especially after leaving out a letter.
Did I leave out a letter?
I don't know.
Yes,
we'll find out
Nathaniel
during the replay.
says yes.
Well, Nathaniel's only doing that because he hates me.
All right.
What are they for? WNBA? Oh, that figures.
Timeless torches is what they're called.
Timeless torches?
They're not
timeless torches. Oh, God.
What's the matter? Was flickering meat bags already taken? You're not timeless torches. Jean Bonnet is a timeless torch. Because you can still watch those hot little dance videos. I'm not the one that threw her in a mini skirt and said, dance, bitch.
A little cowboy hat and 6-shooters. That wasn't me. I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah, believe me, there were pedophiles all over the country jerking off to that footage on the evening news.
We can all enjoy the videotape.
That's right. How old was she? Oh, she should have been playing with color forms, but instead, she's basically stripping so Mommy can feel good about herself.
There you go.
Fucking creepy family.
They've moved on with their lives.
Where's Martini Steve? Is this good? We finally got the story of an alcoholic father.
All right, let's get the fucking R-gang shorts wearing psychopath in here.
It says mostly very preachy and religious.
Where's Spanky?
And religious. Is
Our
it?
gang.
Jesus, look at your...
Our gang shorts. Hey, Weezer.
I like that.
You got
That's
the
great.
biggest shorts ever.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
That's a little bit of fabric.
You got massive shorts on.
Massive legs.
You're a big guy.
You really are.
They do have linebacker calves.
I do. I work out.
What's going on with this? What's going on with this thing?
It's not as to the point as the first one, but it had some good meat in it. It's 14 minutes long. I took 2 of the tracks. One of them centers around the like an outburst from the alcoholic father, and the second one is kind of a surprise ending. I don't want to ruin it.
Ooh, I like surprises. Anybody else?
Perhaps,
yeah, sure.
Let's try to guess. A fatal car crash. Don't tell us.
Don't tell us.
I'm going to guess a fatal car crash.
I'm going to guess Dad is late for work one day and decides to get help.
Oh, really? You're
No.
looking at the good thing.
I'm going to guess sodomy.
Yes, that'd be a hot ending, not a surprise.
It's either car crash or he pushes Mom down the stairs. Something violent.
I'm going to guess he's carrying scissors and he sneezes and accidentally gives Mom a mastectomy.
A mastectomy.
Well, here's the first track. Let's listen in.
My daddy was what a lot of people call an alcoholic. He used to drink so much. At first he didn't. He'd go to a party and one of those business kind, you know, and all the guys around said, "Come on, Bob, take a drink or two." He'd say, "No, thank you." "Oh, come on, don't be one of those freaks." So Daddy said, in order not to be unsociable, he went ahead and took a drink. Well, he kept drinking more and more parties and more drinks.
Sounds like fun.
Finally, Daddy would drink before he got up in the morning. After he'd get home.
Before he got up in the morning? How the fuck? What?
Yeah, did Daddy have an IV by the bed?
I drank before he woke up.
And what would he say when he drank? My kid sounds like a chipmunk?
My kid sounds like that fetus I had aborted. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
He pulled through, old hangerhead. Bastard, who saw that coming?
Last time I go to that doctor, old Dr. Nike in the stomach, that's who you gotta call.
You know it went well when there's a tread print on her belly.
Wait, what's that? Air Jordans. Why is that on your belly? Medical procedure. My daddy jumped up and down on her belly until I shot across the wall. Shot across the room, I should have said, but, oh, Liddy.
Get rid of that old inconvenience. The old, we can't go to Atlantic City this weekend.
Yeah, jumping up and down her stomach yelling, 18 years of financial freedom coming up. Vacations to places that don't have Ferris wheels coming up. We don't have to take separate flights anymore. Coming up.
Coming up. Lace it up tight. Here it comes. Lace it up.
Set those buckets up, honey. Let's make this fun. Oh, my. Steve, don't encourage him.
It's the coming up.
Coming up.
That really sells it.
Well, he's just trying to make his wife feel a little bit better. Like, this is something we're accomplishing.
It's a good thing.
That's right.
All right, let's go back to this thing.
Doing dinner after dinner before we go to bed. That's all Daddy would do. One of the guys said, Daddy, I wish you could save. He said, leave me alone. I said, Daddy, please. Ask Jesus to come in your heart and save you. I said, quit it. I said, Daddy, if you don't get saved, you're going to go to hell.
You don't get saved? It's a whole religious thing going on here, huh?
Yeah, these are. I did a little bit of research. These are done by the character's called Little Marky, and they're a bunch of Christian records.
Lil Marky.
Lil Marky. And, they're all very preachy, so you've got to sift through all that preachy stuff to get to the actual funny parts.
Yeah. We're just a bunch of jerks.
I like Lil Marky.
Lil Marky.
I wonder if he wears little boxers like Marky Mark. Shows off those little abs. Still has that little thing coming out of his belly button.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, boy.
Daddy got up and he started chasing me around the living room. He told me if I didn't watch it, I was going to get you. I said, oh, Daddy, please don't hit me. He took a ball bat and he started to swing, and Mama come out right outside by the kitchen door just at the same time. Daddy smiled at me. He didn't hit me. He hit my Mama.
I like this guy.
Oh, this guy's a real go-getter.
Saves my ass. Hand me that bat, boy. Oh, chasing Little Marky. And then Scatman Crothers came in, and he hit him in the chest. Daddy's book was really redundant. Mama tried to find me and saw a bunny rabbit blowing another man.
I was quite a willful young boy. I needed to be corrected. So did Mommy.
Thanks, bro. Oh, the drunk swings a towering high fly ball deep to center field. Mom's head goes over the fence. He caught it. Oh, wait, I thought it was a home run.
And he hit her. And hit her. And hit her again. Mama didn't move for a long time. I thought she went to go to heaven.
Oh.
But after Mommy got out of the hospital, Daddy promised he'd be a good boy. Oh, he'd go to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night prayer meeting, Thursday night visitation. He was all the time. I thought my daddy was a Christian. Oh, I was so happy.
Oh, my God. You just want to kill the whole family. Oh. So the wife didn't leave. The stupid wife.
Yeah.
He beats her almost to death with a baseball
Puts her in
bat.
the hospital.
Puts her in the hospital, and she doesn't leave because he promises to go to church.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't have swung the bat at him on the steps, backing up in that hotel like that's where he got it. Stay away! I'm very confused. And then Daddy said she's had her whole fucking life to think things over, and wondered what a few minutes more was gonna do her now.
She hit Daddy and dragged him to the meat locker. And then Grady came to the door, and he was very angry. He said Daddy didn't have the stomach for it. But he said he'd do better if he just let him out. Then he grabbed an axe. And, well, you already heard Jimmy say Scatman Crothers got it in the chest.
Oh. He's angry. Music.
I have two little twin girls to play with. Boy, are they creepy. After Daddy beat Mommy, she looked like the woman in the tub. All swollen.
We gotta hear more of what happens.
All right.
It's the greatest opening theme in movie history.
With the car driving up the mountain.
Oh,
there.
it's the
So
best
creepy.
music ever.
All right.
It got kind of rough around the house. Daddy didn't let me and Mommy go to church very much.
Uh-oh.
One Sunday night it got so bad, we had to sneak out of the house. Oh, we went to the service and it was so great. The singing was tremendous and the preaching was grand. Mom and I started home and we were so happy, but yet we were so burdened for Daddy.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
What happened now?
Here it comes. There's always irony with these things. All I know is they went. The father said he was going to go to church. He was going to be a good guy after beating up the wife with the baseball bat.
Going to his meeting.
Going to the meetings.
Going to church.
Then he starts falling back into his old bad habits. He's drinking again. Didn't go to church, but the mother and the son go to church. And all I know is right now they're done. They had a great time at church. And are they driving home? I believe they were driving home.
Who's driving? Was it Dad?
No, I think the mom's driving. See, the ironic thing would be if they got hit by a drunk driver. Oh, that would be great. You know?
Please let it happen.
Could be.
We were so burdened for Daddy. We opened the door and looked, there was Daddy sitting in his favorite chair again.
Is he dead?
No, he's in his favorite chair.
Is Daddy dead?
Dad's in his favorite chair.
You're kidding! How did it happen? Who is this? He was just drinking. Oh, no.
And he was drunk. Mommy walked over to him and she said, honey, when are you going to get your life straightened out and accept Jesus?
She deserves another
He
baseball
said,
bat.
leave me alone. I couldn't believe my ears. I said, Daddy, you promised Mommy and me you'd never drink again. Why did you do it? I said, leave me alone. Oh, Daddy, I'm going to pray for you, Daddy. And my father said something I never heard him say.
Fuck you little fucker. Said something he never heard him say. What do you think he said, Jimmy?
Stop talking, kid, and put this in your mouth. At least I hope that's what he said.
What could he have possibly said?
Mommy's sleeping now. Help me drag her to the tub and get that chainsaw and get those garbage bags.
Oh my God.
I hope that's what he said.
Oh.
What did he say?
I don't know. Could be, I hate you.
Maybe he said,
drinking's more fun.
Son, you and your brother get in the minivan. Mommy's taking you for a lift. Or he said, you have to go to the Steinbergs. Joel and Hedda are going to babysit you. Quick, baby-killing parents.
There's such a shortage of them.
We got audio of what he said, I guess.
Yeah, I got it. I got to know what he said.
We're all wondering and waiting here. I think this is what he said. Yeah, if that queued up, I would have it.
Ooh.
All right, well, we'll go back to this then.
I hate you.
Yes, I hate you.
I hate your mother. And I hate everybody. I hate God. Oh, Daddy, don't say that. I do.
I love the little son of a bitch.
I went in my bedroom and fell to the bed and broke it. And as I was laying down, I said, Jesus, we got pretty close by then. I said, this is your buddy Marky. Speaking to a young man, did you hear my daddy out in the living room? He said he hates Mommy, he hates me, and he hates you. Oh, Jesus, I'd do anything to see my daddy saved. Please save him.
Oh.
In Jesus' name.
Oh. Your daddy is a waste. Accept it. Deal with it. Your daddy's a drunk.
Your daddy is a sot and a sodomite.
And I cried myself to sleep that night. I woke up the next morning, I had a big pain in my chest. I said, Daddy, Mama, come here, quick. They ran in. What's wrong? Oh, my chest hurts so bad. They said, will you stay home from Christian school today? And you'll be okay. I said, all right. I stayed home, and as the day went on, the worse I got. Finally, they called a Christian doctor in, and he examined me. Marky, oh, it's so bad.
He has a broken heart, Opie.
Marky. Oh, yes, sir. Are you ready to go see Jesus?
What?
What? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Who saw this coming?
Are you ready to go see Jesus?
Are you ready to go see Jesus?
I know what happened. Little Marky and his mother apparently raped and killed this guy's wife and daughter. And he's asking, do you believe in Jesus? Well, you're going to meet him.
You're going to meet him. Oh, no. Let's see. Could it be fetal alcohol syndrome?
No.
I don't know.
This kid's 11 already.
Yeah, sure.
Are you ready to go see Jesus? You mean I'm going to die? He said yes. Well, I'm ready to go see Jesus. But my dad is not. He said, I think you better call your mommy and daddy in right now. And I did. Daddy.
Song?
Mama.
No?
They walked in and they were both crying. I said, Daddy, the doctor said I'm going to go see Jesus tonight. And I'm so happy because I love Jesus and we're good friends. But Daddy, I'll never see you again. Daddy said, why? I'm a good man. Daddy, the Bible says all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. And because you sin, the wages of sin is death, Daddy. But the gift of God's eternal life. He gives it to you freely, Daddy. And I took it and Mommy took it. And we've been wanting you to take it. But Daddy, you wouldn't do it.
Of course he's drinking.
Daddy,
listen to this shit.
Daddy, please don't go to hell. I love you. Daddy started crying very bad. He moved back a little and I said, Mama, please come here. I could barely talk in a whisper. My mama knelt down beside my mouth and she said, honey, what? I said, Mama, I'll see you in heaven, okay? Okay, honey. I said, Mommy, you pray for Daddy, okay? I think Daddy's gonna get saved. Okay. I hope so, son. Daddy, come here, Daddy. What? Daddy walked up so slow and so solemn. He looked down at me. I said, Daddy, take my hand, and I reached out to him, and he grabbed my little hand.
My widow.
And he held it so tight. I said, Daddy,
don't pull my fucking hand
I'll never see you again.
Now choke yourself.
Shake my hand, Daddy.
Don't pull my fucking hand over there. I said choke yourself.
And he was shaking it, and my hand dropped.
Now lean forward and choke yourself. Well, no shit.
What happened to the kid?
He died.
From what?
Yeah, but what did he have?
I don't know. He had something wrong with him.
He got a pain? They called a Christian doctor to the house. We're the little house on the prairie. You don't take the kid to a hospital or nothing.
What's that got to do with the father's drinking?
Drinking.
I don't know, man. It just takes a wild left turn about 7 minutes into a 14-minute
It's some kind of redemption thing. See, the kid's fine with dying. He was going to go see his pal Jesus.
But he'll never get to see his father again because his father doesn't believe in Jesus, and he's going another place. He's going to hell. And basically,
if that isn't a commercial for hell, I don't know what is.
If you don't believe in Jesus, you don't get to see the rest of your family that believes in Jesus when they die.
Maybe if Jesus had a little compassion, he'd fucking axe the father who's drinking and kicking the shit out of the mother and let the kid have a few years.
Yeah, really.
Maybe Jesus should cut the malarkey.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
He sure does.
That are really fucked up and unfair.
Daddy, you're going to go to hell. I'm already in it. You sound like Marion, kid.
I'm going to be out of hell in about 5 minutes when your heart stops beating.
Take that awful blue room and change it into an office. Coming up.
Steve, don't encourage him.
That's funny.
Out with Disney, in with Vegas.
He's doing math in the head. All right, $35 for this. Flowers, little coffin, burial.
A little coffin. Little Marky's coffin.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
something, huh?
People are really disturbed by the fact that they're trying to convert someone using complete guilt. Wasn't this kid killed a while back?
Well, that's right. This kid never had a life.
This kid is just, I don't know what, he's amazing.
He dies at the end of every skit.
It's like Kenny.
Yeah. I think Bob Kelly's at home right now, blubbering into his...
Bob is just crying.
He's blubbering into his Afghan.
When the little kid said, "Hold my hand," I understood. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
There's a hanger in my head, dude. There's a hanger in my head, dude.
I didn't see the kid dropping dead.
Not again.
This river don't go to Antry. You done taken the wrong turn. Now let's you just drop them pants.
Drop?
Just take them right off.
Ah, what the fuck? Fuck!
Come on, squeal! Squeal!
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
The Bob Kelly remix is still coming in.
That's good. Pat from Unaki saying the kid, who's this kid, Jason? He won't die. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, little Jason.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
Jim! Whatever you do, don't fall down. That would break my fucking heart. Down, you're way down. Keep down. Get your fat ass up.
What's your excuse?
I snapped my knee, man.
Oh, no.
I broke my knee, man.
I'm asking the fucking questions here, Private. Do you understand?
I broke my knee, man.
Well, thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while? Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel pain? Jesus H. Christ! I think you've got a heart off!
Can we get some water? Hold my hand, man. You want some water? I gotta squeeze some.
What is your major malfunction, numbnut?
I broke that fucking thing. I broke it. You're gonna be alright, dude. I broke my leg.
You had best unfuck yourself, or I will unscrew your head and shit down your neck!
That's pretty good.
That wasn't bad, right? That was from Rob from Columbia, South Carolina. Very nice. All right. A couple Bob Kelly remixes.
I heard one last night from, it was a Star Trek one that was pretty funny. Had Spock and Kirk discussing killing Bob.
Oh, really? Where is that one?
Do we have it?
Is that the one?
No, that's something else.
Oh, okay.
No.
We don't have the new one? Maybe we could look for that.
I heard online, yeah. I think it's on Whackbag or something.
It's pretty funny?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we take a break? We'll regroup, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony program in just a bit.
The very worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
I want to give a big FU to myself for leaving the fucking garage door open after being away for 3 days. I'm a motherfucking moron.
Yeah, I want to give a big FU to Pauly Shore
I just heard your rap on Worst of O&A. Fuck you. Your goddamn comedy sucks, and you fucking suck as a rapper. You know what? You fucking suck as a human being. Fuck you, Pauly Shore. Fuck you.
Yeah, I want to give a big fuck you to Hollywood. You take a good show like The Honeymooners and you turn it into a piece of shit. Hey, Hollywood. Fuck you.
Hey, this is Kevin from Chicago. How you doing? I'm not going to say fuck or cunt because I know I can't get it recorded, so... You know what? You guys have a good time and enjoy yourself.
Fuck you, Ricky, for having your assault on Opie and Anthony's media. You motherfucker!
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1. Well, fuck you very much.
What?
They roll this? Sounds better.
All right, we're back with the O&A program on XM Satellite Radio. We got lots to do still today. The third installment of Mayor Menino babbling. We'll get to that today. Also,
back tongue.
Remind me to talk about the breastfeeding that was happening the other day outside ABC Studios.
Debacle involving Barbara Walters and some tits.
We got Bin Laden's niece on 2020.
2020.
We got some freak yelling, "You're not supposed to masturbate." We'll have to get Steven for that. I don't know what that's about. And
I love how these things are presented.
Yeah.
I know.
Some freak yelling, "You're not supposed to masturbate."
It just says, University of Florida chick freaks out and yells, "You're not supposed to masturbate." And
she actually yelled that at Steve while he was in front of a grammar school.
And we found the Bob Kelly Star Trek remix.
All right.
And we also have this today.
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony Show.
Dee-dee, ba-ba-ba,
It's the first O&A jingle to come in.
That isn't a jingle.
That's jazzy.
Shit.
It's good, Ant. It's a BB-dee-doo-doo, a la-dee-dot-dee-dee.
It's catchy, right, Jimmy?
I'll say it is. I can't
The way
stop humming.
Jimmy does it, now I like it.
Shooby-doo-doo-doo, homophobic. It's nice.
Did you want me to forward you all the other ones that come in tonight?
No, my health won't allow it.
Hey, we got to say hi to Brian Herta. Brian, are you there, or did he give up on us?
Brian?
He's not there? Danny? He's on hold. All right.
I hear
interview
something.
with Brian Herta.
Hello?
Brian? I hear everyone yelling outside the studio.
I purposely didn't, but like someone's being yelled at right now.
What happened, Danny? What happened?
Danny?
I purposely did not put his name up there because he's not there yet.
Oh,
That's,
okay, Danny.
That's Don on the phone.
Oh.
Don of the Don and Mike show?
Don? No, our Don.
Why doesn't the person say hi? There's definitely someone there.
He might have ran over to the 80s to go grab NASCAR dude.
Oh, all right.
Who is that?
Not NASCAR.
This is what I do.
Indie guy.
Jesus.
Sorry.
You mix that up, people will shoot you in certain areas of this country.
Of course, certain. South of Jersey.
That's right.
Exactly.
South of Jersey. The deep south.
Jesus. All right, well, there he goes. That was a good interview. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah,
Herta.
he was a little dry, but I enjoyed him.
All right, why don't we get into something else? Oh, well, the Star Trek thing. You were just talking about it before the break. This would be a
that
good
was one I
place
heard yesterday.
to play
I'm a big
this.
Star Trek fan, so I got a chuckle
chuckle
out of this one.
All right.
From the maker of the Robert Kelly Homer Simpson remix, the mix that Steve C said was fucking terrible, but everybody else loved, comes a new mix with high hopes of winning Steve's approval and perhaps a 4-star rating. Todd from Framingham Studios presents the Robert Kelly Star Trek remix.
Captain's log, stardate 4523.3. Deep Space Station K7 has issued a Priority 1 call. We're going in armed for battle.
It is not life as we know or understand it.
Hold my hand, man.
Don't be afraid. Here's my hand. That is
nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. I'm sorry, Mr. Spock. But I'm afraid the creature must die.
I see no alternative myself, Captain. It merely seems a pity.
Set your faces on Force 3 to kill.
What the fuck?
Hey, I like that.
I kind of like that one. The what the fuck at the end is the real payoff.
Yeah.
Force 3 to kill.
Bravo. What the fuck? That was Todd from Framingham?
Yeah.
Bravo, Todd. That's pretty
I thought
funny.
That was funny. A little Star Trek.
Yeah, sure. This one we thought the bit was dead. We get that little,
It is, but
it never really, it never really lived. But.
No.
All right, breastfeeding moms protest.
I was a bit on the Opie and Anthony show. I was enjoying myself, having a good time, but once again, they killed me. They play me over and over again, not knowing when to end it, until I'm dead.
We've done a much better job at that, though.
Yeah.
We used to be really bad. Really bad at beating things into the ground.
We should get a little lounge chair for Jimmy.
I'm all relaxed.
At the beginning of the show, he's kind of upright. He's got the mic in front of him. And then toward the middle of the show, he does this thing where he lounges out, his feet are up, pulls the mic down, and now he's pretty much lounging.
I'm really tired. It's, I just try to relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand it because my foot's been sore. My foot's getting better, though.
It's also the fart hour, too.
I know.
I have no gas.
And then what he does is he lays down, so now it's got
That's the reason.
Better way to release.
This way you won't even notice.
He wants everyone else to enjoy the goodness.
No, I'll just lean forward when I want to release gas. I'm stressed out, but now I pull in and the cheeks come off a little bit, and then I quiet, move back. No one knows what happened.
Yeah, no one knows until 3 seconds, 4 seconds later.
And your taste buds are assaulted.
This is the farting hour.
Taste buds.
He farts every day around 9:30. 9:30 to 10.
Looking forward to it.
All right, Anthony. So what's up with the breastfeeding outside ABC? You knew about this one. I
heard this on the news on the way in.
So nearly 150 angry moms.
150.
Angry.
That's 300 tits if they're all healthy.
Angry in capital letters, Anthony. So they must have been really angry.
Well, Barbara Walters said something on her show on The View that upset breastfeeding mothers.
Oh, no.
She said that when she's on an airplane, she feels uncomfortable. That's all she said, uncomfortable, when a woman starts breastfeeding next to her, in the seat next to her, on a plane. Now, why is that so bad to say? I can't believe I'm defending Barbara Walters, but why is that a bad thing to say? She feels uncomfortable. She's being honest. It's uncomfortable. So now a bunch of these women who are breastfeeding get together, and they're going to show her by showing up at the studios, ABC studios, and breastfeeding.
Is there a breastfeeding group?
That can be, thrown together this quickly? And I would absolutely guarantee there is.
And how long are you allowed to be a member? Imagine I've been in the breastfeeding group for 7 years. Here's my kid.
7-year-old boy sucking on the tit.
With a Boston Red Sox baseball cap on backwards so he can get to the goodness.
She's just got to bend over a little bit. He stands there like a young man that he is.
The longer someone's a member, the more likely their child is retarded. I've been here for 17 years. We know. But if that gets women down here with their tits out, let me say, I am very uncomfortable when people breastfeed while I jerk off. I'm very uncomfortable about that.
Uh-oh.
So if a few show up.
Now look, we go right to our interview.
Oops.
Brian, good one, Jimmy.
Sorry you had to hear that.
I hope you don't.
Segue.
I hope you don't think that's what our show is about, sir.
No, I've heard your show, so I got
you have?
An idea, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't like when people just say, I've heard your show.
No, okay, I love your show. How's that?
Hey. All right, name one bit we've done.
Oh, come on, you guys put me on the spot.
Put him on the spot.
It's Brian Herda, everyone.
That's right.
Are you for or against breastfeeding, Brian?
For breastfeeding.
Very good. Very popular. That's good. Were you just talking to Bruce Kelly?
I was.
On the 80s?
I was just on the 80s show, yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
How awful was it?
What would you rather do, talk to Bruce Kelly again or hit the wall at 215 miles an hour?
I had a good time. I liked the 80s show, so I had a good time.
No, don't misunderstand me. We love the 80s. We love the 80s show, too, and the channel and the songs. It's Bruce Kelly we're talking about.
You still like Bruce, huh?
How did you keep from dozing off when you were talking to Bruce?
Oh, well, I got to pick the music, so.
Oh, is that it? You were kind of doing a guest jock thing?
Yeah.
Were his pants pulled all the way up to his mid-nipple?
Are you in Washington?
I am.
Oh,
I'm at XM Studios here.
Oh, so you were live with Bruce?
Yeah, sitting here with him.
Wow.
Are you still sitting with him?
No, I'm not now.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Did you notice how high up his pants are pulled?
Well, he was sitting behind the desk. I didn't catch that. No.
Oh, you didn't? Next time, go in and say, like, goodbye to him or something, and just look at his pants. They're pulled up to his nipples.
Yeah, he actually doesn't even tie the tie around his neck. He just loops it into his belt.
He's got like a camel toe in front, too. They're pulled up so high that his balls make some kind of camel toe. Oh, sorry, too much now? I'm sorry.
How did you know the Bruce Kelly interview was over? They just waved smelling salts under your nose?
All right, well, why don't we interview Brian?
Yeah, we'll talk to you a little bit about Indy 500. How many people get to do that? I mean, really, is
33 every year.
Every year, and this is it one of those childhood dreams of yours? I think every kid growing up, every boy wants to be a race car driver and race in the Indy 500. Was that one of yours as a kid?
Yeah, no, that was it. That's what I wanted to do as a kid. So, just having a good time. Lucky to be doing it.
How did you make the jump from just a dopey kid dreaming to actually racing?
I started racing when I was 12. I started racing karts, which is like, it's like Little League for racing.
How do parents allow kids to do that?
I don't know.
Like, my mother wouldn't let me get like a mini bike.
Yeah.
Not as long as you live under my roof. And you know when you're 7 or 8, it's going to be a long time before you get a mini bike.
I wasn't allowed to play football.
Oh,
that was my thing in my house. We weren't allowed to play football.
Yeah.
And these guys are racing karts at 12 years old.
So my parents didn't like me all that much, so they're like, yeah, okay.
Put them out there, yeah.
Yeah, here's a bottle of whiskey, kid. Have fun.
So you started 12, and I guess you kind of had something, you kind of had a talent for it?
Yeah, just started winning, and when I turned 18, I went to one of those racing schools and got my racing license and started racing cars and winning races. And within a couple of years, A.J. Foyt called me up and hired me to drive for him at the Indy 500 in '94, and that was my first IndyCar race.
Now, let me ask you something, though. When did you start driving cars?
When I was 18.
No, come on.
Dad race cars or just start driving cars?
Driving cars in general, where Dad's like, all right, obviously, kid, you got something, but the driving age is whatever in your state. So,
it's bad.
What time?
My dad used to let me sit on his lap and drive the car when I was like 8.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. This is kind of funny. I used to, when I was like 12, my mom would take my sister and I on errands, and she'd say, I'm going to run in the bank. And I'd say, leave the keys in the car because I want to listen to the radio. And she'd go in the bank, and I'd drive the car around the parking lot and park again. And my mom would come back out. My sister always tried to bust me. Say, he drove the car. My mom, to this day, doesn't believe it. You're just trying to get your brother in trouble.
Yeah, because it would be ridiculous for you to actually be driving around.
Yeah, don't do that, kids. That's bad.
Yes, of
Very
course.
Bad.
Of course,
you're a role model now.
Yeah.
Hey, it's true. You really have 3 major open wheel racing wins and 9 poles.
Jimmy, just stop reading. He's reading your bio and trying to ask you a question like he knows what the hell he's talking about.
I'm asking because we have bad information here.
Jimmy knows nothing. He actually called you that NASCAR guy.
I certainly didn't.
NASCAR.
Yes, you did,
Yes,
Jimmy.
you did.
This is the fact sheet we have on Brian. I know he drove the XM car. It said finished 3rd at the Indy 500, and then a few things down.
Damn respectable, by the way,
best finish at the Indianapolis 500 came in 2004 when he finished in 4th place.
Ah.
So we have 2 bits of information.
Okay, well, I did finish in 4th in '04, and then they just added that on the top because I just finished 3rd.
Hey, dude, at least you beat the chick.
Oh,
man,
if you
would
beat the chick.
Oh,
you know
thank
what?
God.
She's a really good driver, and I know that. So, for me, it wouldn't have been so bad, but I would have had such a damn hard time going home to my buddies.
Of course.
Because they would have just, it would have been.
She came in what, 4th?
4th.
She finished 4th, right behind me.
Right behind you.
I passed her with like 3 laps to go.
And you were like, thank
Motivated.
God.
Motivated, yeah.
Of course.
Was she putting on her makeup, and that's how you got to pass her? She doing that, like that eyelash curler or something?
No.
No?
No, she was running fast. It was.
Yeah, I hear she's like really, really good. Because I remember a few years back, maybe in the 80s or something, there was some chick that was in the Indy, and she was just an abomination. Real disaster out there.
She's the 4th woman that's raced in Indy. And but she's definitely like the best, like the most competitive. Like, she's not just kind of there. She's right in the mix.
Well, a lot of people are comparing her in a weird way to Tiger Woods just because of the perception of who is supposed to be engaging in this sport and who's like, as opposed to golf, which is a totally different pace. And I guess you'd have to say yes to that, right?
Yeah, well, I guess in the respect that, yeah, I get more questions about Danica than I do myself right now.
Doesn't that stink? well, maybe, come on, if you hit the gas pedal a little harder and came in first, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not even true. Hold on.
That's her and Tiger, she hasn't won yet.
Yeah,
right. You know, Tiger, like, dominated. If she starts dominating, then I get it.
Just going back slightly, you know, in all the New York papers, they had just nothing but pictures and articles about her, and they didn't even show the dude that won the race. They showed like a little picture of him.
My teammate, Weldon, yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't even know his name, but I knew that the chick came in fourth.
Yeah.
Cover that up.
That's one of those things, you know. It's like and it's bad because, you know, she is talented and stuff, but it is kind of that novelty thing that's going to get the press, unfortunately.
Right now. But I mean, she's running good too, so I guess if, you know, if she starts winning, then it'll be worth it.
What's the difference at Indy? Like, why are you third and not first? Your car didn't break down. You're a good driver. You have a great team behind the car. What is the difference between first and third? And don't say, you know, two places, but, you know, what makes that difference?
Well, it's just on a 500-mile race. It's a lot of it's just how things all work out. You know, there's a lot of pit stops and strategy, and you know, where you are at the track at the end of the race and how good your car is at the end when it really matters. I mean, it went yellow with a lap and a half to go. I was just getting ready to pass Vitor Mir for second, so
yeah,
I don't think I had enough time to get Weldon, but
and you hit the brake a few times.
No, actually.
Take those brakes out. There are no brakes.
I learned that in that racing movie. They brake and stuff.
Movie?
The one with Tom Cruise. They actually hit the brakes. And then all of a sudden,
Brian's like, oh, shut up.
And all of a sudden, you could just hit the gas and go right by the guy at the last second, because that's how it's really done.
That was Top Gun in the plane.
Yeah.
When he slammed the air brake on and then...
No, I'm talking about the race car movie, though.
What are you talking about?
They actually brake and hit the gas pedal really hard at the end when they have to, you know, surge past the driver to
Brian,
at the last second.
I want to apologize for both Opie and Jimmy.
Well, I happen to know, this is my question. Everybody knows the biggest racing movie of all time is Bobby Deerfield. How true to life was that?
You never even saw it, right?
Pacino played a race car driver.
I've never even heard of that movie.
Al Pacino played a race car driver.
What an awful thing. It's a cool, like, race. You think it's going to be a cool race car movie, and it turns out to be some chick flick. It was awful.
The only good one that I've ever seen is Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah, Garner. That was good.
Yeah, definitely.
James Garner. Yeah. Man.
Did you like Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
I did like that movie.
Did you like Damone?
The what?
Damone.
The character Damone, his friend.
Oh, Damone, yeah.
Yeah, we liked him too.
Hey, what do you think of the NASCAR guys?
Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
The Indy guys cannot stand the NASCAR
Yeah,
guys.
no,
They just see them as a bunch of tobacco spitting hillbillies.
Yeah, come on, Brian. Let's get into this.
Well, you know damn well the fans don't get along.
Don't they?
No, they don't.
Well, what's the
Indy
biggest
fans and NASCAR fans do not get along.
What's the biggest complaint that you guys have with NASCAR?
Say that again?
He's not going to answer.
I can't keep up with you guys.
He's not going to answer.
What's the biggest complaint you have about the NASCAR guys?
I don't really have a big complaint about the NASCAR guys.
No?
No.
They're just such low class, aren't they?
No, not the drivers.
Well, a friend of mine's actually...
drivers.
A friend of mine's a big fan of both, actually, which is rare. And he said that a lot of times the fans will have different feelings about what's going on and about the races. And then sometimes, you know, like they won't get along. But other times, you know, it can, you know...
Yeah, but the NASCAR thing is a little more like it's got a little bit of a WWF kind of vibe.
There you go.
That was a very subtle little smack to their face.
No.
Well, it's kind of like a world wrestling thing. If you like phony hillbillies, I mean they're perfect.
No, he didn't say that.
If you like incest, NASCAR's the place for you.
I will never get a job offer from NASCAR thanks to you guys.
I can't believe Brian Hurt is just trashing NASCAR like this. It's amazing.
He's not trashing NASCAR.
I heard it. Everyone else heard it.
No one
right.
heard
and
anything.
making racist remarks.
Oh, my God. He is not. He's a gentleman.
Well, Brian, they're telling me that you have to go.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
More interviews for you?
Yeah, I got a busy day.
What is your goal as a driver? It's obviously a very scary profession to most of us who will never have the balls to do it. What is your goal as far as being a race car driver?
I just love to win the Indy 500 and win the season championship.
Yeah, of course.
That's like the Super Bowl.
That is the pinnacle, right, of racing is the Indy 500 win.
What's the old Brickyard?
What's the one question everyone asks you, Brian?
What do you do when you have to go to the bathroom?
God, that's a great question.
Yeah, what do you do?
That's a good one.
Well, I try and go ahead of time, but I don't. But a lot of guys do. They just kind of take care of business out there.
Just kind of go in your uniform?
If you got to go, you got to go.
You think some of the guys wear Depends just to kind of soak it all up?
I doubt it.
Well, hey, it's like the astronauts. I mean, in Apollo 13, when they're ready to take off, the guy was just whizzing in his suit. It's like, what are you going to do, not go?
You don't want to put Depends on because, God forbid, you have a wreck. You certainly don't want to be wheeled in wearing diapers.
Pair of diapers.
That doesn't look good. Doesn't look macho.
How long does the race take?
Indy takes about a little over 3 hours, 3 to 3.5.
Well, you can wait to pay if you got to whiz. Just go beforehand.
Yeah, it all depends on how many close calls you get in front of you. You might shit your pants, never mind taking a leak.
Yeah.
Any scary moments there, Brian?
Oh, yeah, always.
Always a scary moment?
Oh, my God, there was that one time. Brian, tell Anthony about that one time you had.
That one time?
Yeah.
Didn't you almost have like a big crash?
Yeah, I forgot what, where was it?
Oh, when I crashed in Toronto?
Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
Were you hurt or no?
Yeah, I broke my pelvis in 7
Jesus.
places. That wasn't fun.
How long were you out of commission for?
Oh, like 6 months.
Damn, and whose fault was that?
Nobody's. I was on my. It was in practice. I was just on my own. I don't even know what happened.
It wasn't even a race, Anthony.
Just lost it in a turn or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something broke on the car, but it was so beat up by the time I finished with it, you can't really tell.
Damn, you got to give it to the engineers that put these things together, man. Because years ago, you hit the wall going that fast, it was over, Johnny. Now it's like you guys are pretty well protected in there.
Brian.
Yes.
Do you speed on the highway?
I don't. I don't drive that fast on the road. Not as fast as you'd think, probably.
What kind of car do you drive in your
My wife
personal
drives
life?
faster on the street than I do.
Really?
By a lot.
What kind of car do you have at home? Be funny if it's like a Ford Taurus.
No, you already said.
I know.
He drives
you
a
know what?
minivan.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm trying to buy my teammate's got a Ferrari 360 Stradale. I'm trying to buy off him. But right now, what I have is I drive an Acura MDX.
Oh, okay.
I got 2 kids, so TV in the back and that.
You get pulled over and the cop goes, "Hey, what are you, a race car driver?" well, yeah.
That's classic.
Other than the state of Indiana, that doesn't get you out of anything. My experience has been.
Really?
Brian, by the way, happy birthday. We had the same birthday.
Oh, thank you.
And I guess they're telling us you really have to go now.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to let you be.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me on, guys.
Brian,
good luck in the future, Brian.
Thanks, buddy.
And please do our show again. We don't bite.
Okay, I will.
All right, there he goes.
See
Brian
you, man.
Herta. Drives the XM car.
Drives the XM Indy car.
It's a very
like
respectable
a pretty
finish.
cool guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Ben was panicking, walking in and out.
Why they had to go? Yeah, had to go.
Other interviews?
You really did have to go?
Yeah.
It wasn't one of those things they're telling us
upstairs in Washington.
Wasn't one of those they're telling us you have to go and no one really was telling us anything.
No, this is what
they really were.
But I'm getting a lot of calls about Bruce Kelly just bashing us nonstop.
Bruce,
let's go to Justin on Long Island. Justin,
He is.
What's up, Open Ant, my little asteroid champion? How you guys doing?
I've been better, sir, but I've also been worse. I try to take everything with a grain of salt, pretty much life on life's terms.
That's my little boy. Listen, I was scrolling through the channels when you guys were on commercial. I came across fucking Bruce Kelly interviewing that asshole. And
hold on, that
asshole.
Hey, I think Brian Herta could be a friend of the show. I liked him.
We liked Brian.
What are you talking about?
That was like interviewing my librarian, for Christ's sake.
It was nice. He's a race car driver.
He drives in circles and he goes fast.
Right.
We liked him, though.
Very true. But Bruce Kelly is now at a point where he's actually calling your show and interviewing freaking Danny. He put Danny on the air and interviewed him.
What? Danny, you made the 80s channel this morning?
Apparently.
Why? Just because of that shirt?
What's wrong with his shirt?
Nothing. If you're fucking shopping at a Chess King in a mall somewhere in fucking Ronkonkoma.
Hey, this is Target, buddy.
Yeah,
apparently Bruce Kelly wanted to simulcast Brian's appearance on the show, so he called the hotline.
Oh.
And
he
unbeknownst to me, he put me through on the air.
Oh, you
And
can sue him now.
I know, and I totally blew him off, too, so...
It'd be funny if we got a cease and desist and sued XM for playing our stuff on another channel.
After all of it we do on a daily basis.
Logan got fired, and Bruce was promoted, then fired us. And then Danny finally admitted that he was in Laverne and Shirley.
He just goes, yeah, we got Brian in the studio. And I'm like, well, great. Why don't you have him hang up and call our program? And he didn't really like that too much.
Yeah, but did he put you on the air, or was it
No, this was on the
I
air.
don't give a
It was on
shit,
the
really.
air.
I don't care.
So,
Okay,
Bruce,
Jim.
did Bruce get to hear our interview with Brian?
I don't know.
All right, let's go to Joe in Florida. Joe?
Hey, Bo, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Danny just pissed all over Bruce Kelly.
Did he?
Oh, he just pissed all over him. Bruce came off and said, hey, well, we got a show going on. He'll call you when we're done. So Danny said, well, we don't? He said, well, we'll have him simulcast. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Just have him hang up and call us now. And that was pretty much, it left Bruce stopped in his tracks.
And that went out over the air?
Oh, yeah, it stopped him right in his tracks.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. So I wasn't understanding what was going on. We wanted Brian for the interview.
Yeah, but
and he was still on Bruce Kelly's show.
Yeah.
So Danny was on the phone with Bruce, telling Bruce that we need Brian for our show.
Yeah, but see, Bruce had called you guys first, and it all just kind of worked. The timing worked out perfect because you needed him anyway.
So there's Bruce Kelly going, hey, let's get him live on the phone. Like, instead of playing 80s music, now he's talking. This is like a huge opportunity for him because he doesn't get much of an opportunity to talk, I guess.
No,
and then,
he had the race car guy on there.
yeah,
right?
that's what I mean. Like the interview for that, and then he's going to hook up with our show. And one of our interns blew him off live on his show. Oh, that's brutal.
And then the worst part was, when he did have to finally hang up with Danny, he started bad-mouthing you guys, just a bunch of jerks and whatnot. And I just switched off that channel. But he just hosed them hard and long.
All right, good.
We'd love to get tape of that. If anybody recorded it, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, guys.
All right, thank you, Joe.
Bye, sweetie.
Thank you, Joe. Mike in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Sugar Britches. Hey,
Hi, my name is Jim, though. I'd prefer if you address me as such.
I'm sorry. Hey, dude, you guys didn't hear about that thing on the AP? The girl's boyfriend jumped on her stomach at her request to end her pregnancy. And she can't be charged for it because of her right to an abortion, but he's going to jail.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Heard it in Dallas.
All right, we'll try to find that. All right, we're going to take a break, Anthony. We'll get back to the breastfeeding moms. We started that story.
Oh, yeah.
Breastfeeding, there's a group of breastfeeders out there that are really pissed off. We got to tape The View today because they're going to have really dumb things to say about this because this is a big story here in New York, okay? And then we'll do that other thing.
The thing. Here.
I pulled that one off, didn't I, Anthony? With that crash of his.
Oh, my God. You are so lucky. It's like, tell them about that one, the thing, that you were involved in. What? The thing in Toronto? Toronto!
Yes, of
yeah.
course, Toronto.
The crash in Toronto. You're a liar.
All right.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Oreday virus.
I gotta tell you, though, one of the best reality shows on TV is that goddamn stupid crab fishing show. I don't know how I got caught up in that thing.
What the hell was the crab fishing show?
The Most Dangerous Catch.
Was that like by Lake Kichiguni? Was it going from Cleveland into Canada somewhere? And there was a storm.
The Edmund Fitzgerald.
Well, our crab pots were full and we came into shore and...
I really like that song.
Jimmy was asking his questions.
That stupid Gordon Lightfoot.
This song goes on forever.
I love it, though.
And the water was at my ankles and this song goes on another hour.
Is that the song that makes you just get all tingly, Jimmy?
I just like it because I like the fact that he's doing a 40-minute ballad about
the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I looked at the fuel gauge, it was 3/4 full, and we motored on toward our destination.
And then we bought a Rolls Royce on eBay.
Hey, we could kill 7 minutes. Let this play today.
I asked for my money back. He said, "Drop dead, you horse-tooth Jew. You're getting nothing back."
Lives on from the Chippewa on down to the big lake they call Gitchagumi.
Gitchagumi, all right. Oh.
The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy.
Gloomy. Get your gloomy with gloomy.
With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty.
I smelt bad from fish and put on perfumey.
That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early.
They cast off yet? We untied the bow line and untied the stern, and I started the engine with a turn of the key. Jesus. Every friggin' step of the way in the Edmund Fitzgerald. We get it already. We get it. You're on a boat. I took a compass heading of 135, and I turned the wheel. And the purser got me my coffee. I take it light and sweet, but he made it too dark, and I sent him back to the galley. Right, what happened? What happened next? I went to sleep and I had sleep paralysis, and I woke up to the Exorcist face in my bed.
Goes on forever.
The wind and the wire made a tattletale sound.
What?
And the waves broke over the railing.
This song's only half over, and I still see the dock.
As the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November concealing.
I forgot my wallet in my car, so we turned the ship around, and we docked again, and I figured I'd stop for a beer.
When afternoon came, it was freezing rain.
Tune in and 2 hours later when the ship finally sinks. Enough! And then they're throwing a musical interlude just to make it longer. Christ.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Breastfeeding. That's where we were.
Why am I going to hate myself when I hear the replay?
I don't know.
It says, Anthony, when you hear the replay, you're going to hate yourself. Why? Why would you instant feedback that when I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about? And does anyone know what he's talking about?
Yes.
It's not even me. Shut up, Jimmy. You do not.
I know.
It's not even just me. It's everybody. This is another self-important douchebag that assumes because he thinks something that everyone must. How about including why I will hate myself when I hear the replay? Asshead.
Well, because everyone knows, Ann, and we're too scared to tell you.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, it was a biggie too.
What? It was that thing from Toronto, right?
You said something positive about somebody of another color.
All right. And I will hate myself. Oh, Jesus. Kidding, of course. Shut up.
Oh,
Stop.
my God.
Trying to be shocking and outrageous. Shock. I'm a shock.
We're shocking. We're shocking the country. I've had enough, by the way, of the articles in the paper. Pope rips same-sex marriages. Hey, here's the news for everybody. The Pope doesn't like fags getting married. And fags, you should stop seeking the approval of the church.
There you go.
Fuck the church, and the church says, fuck you. Just live separately. Enough already.
And it's never going to change. The church is not going to accept that type of behavior.
And I agree with the gays. Get married if you want to live that life of misery. Who needs a church? Just live together and bang each other. What do you need all the legal tie-ups for?
They just want to be accepted.
Well, they want partner benefits, too. Get your partner benefits.
Yeah, they want health insurance.
That stuff's fair.
All right, here we go. It's all about health insurance.
Good point.
Breastfeeding, Anthony. So where were we? Barbara Walters said she felt uncomfortable because she was on a flight and some lady was breastfeeding next to her.
Next to her, and she said
just
she
said
feels
uncomfortable. And most people do feel uncomfortable when they see that going down.
I'm uncomfortable around women that breastfeed.
All
I am
women?
too. Yeah.
Even the hot young ones?
Even the hot ones.
With the breasts that are just gorging?
There's
just begging for attention, those big boobs that are begging for attention, the little kid is there.
Those big juice-filled memories.
That's right. No. It's like, I can't fit any more in here. Where's my kid?
No.
Nothing?
Leaking into a bra?
Nothing.
Just leaking because the boobs are wanting.
Sorry, kids.
Sweet, sugary, life-giving treat?
It ain't doing nothing for me. Nothing.
The new mother can't even find a bra that's big enough because they just want to be swinging.
Like warm cereal milk.
They're pushing.
Why is it
hot? Pushing.
It's not hot. It's the babies are just the destroyers. They are the tits wrecking ball. It just they ruin breasts. Why do I want? Even if there's some hot chick breastfeeding, you just know what's being ravaged. No. I'm uncomfortable with it, and I don't think it should be done in public like that.
All right. Well,
some women are better at it than others. There's probably women breastfeeding all the time. I don't even notice. It's the ones that are like, half the tit is hanging out, the kid's hanging off of it. Oh.
Well, Anthony, I guess you agree with Barbara Walters today. You and Barbara.
What, am I supposed to find that hot, Ben?
No.
Heidi Klum?
No, it's correct.
Heidi Klum and Seal. Boy, if that doesn't hurt every white man in the country. You want to make the move, go ahead. But, Jesus, do you have to picture a guy with fucking burn marks on his face?
Do you have to get our supermodels?
Jesus Christ. You tell me if Seal was an auto worker that she'd be with him and he got scarred in some kind of an accident when he was 14? Yeah, I was driving a Dodge and I hit a wall and now I'm all scarred up. But because he's an African and he's saying "Kiss by a Rose," he's carrying his baby.
That's it.
A mongrel baby. Both races will be destroyed.
All right, well, let's get back to Barbara Walters here.
Yeah, she's uncomfortable.
So she talked about on her show, The View.
Yeah, she's on The View. You know, those four get cackling about everything, and she, I guess, let that one slide.
Why she says that on The View, and then next thing you know, there's 150 angry moms protesting outside ABC studios. Well, let's make a statement. We're uncomfortable, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And we're on 57th Street.
Yeah.
Between 6th Avenue and 7th Avenue.
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
With the breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And we don't like the Irish.
And we'll get
show them.
Yeah, and we'll get different results. Here it comes tomorrow. Hoping for all the protesters. We look out the window.
Oh, there's nothing out there.
Why?
Oh,
why can't we get the protesters?
Can I say I'm uncomfortable with girls who have large clitorises wearing tight panties that show them off and standing in front of me? I hate that.
What is that picture?
That is just hot.
That is not hot.
A girl in the shade at the beach on her beach blanket, and the kid is suckling as she pulled down.
Kid's got the bikini top. She takes the bikini top off, and a moose nose came flopping down, and the kid is now making out with a moose.
What's uncomfortable about that picture is the fact that the kid looks like he's 5.
He's grabbing her belly. Ugh. Kids.
Could that boy have...
That's just got to piss off Dad, man.
Could that kid have blonder hair? She's fucking breastfeeding Hitler's nephew.
Sorry, I wasn't even listening.
It stunk. And you know what's annoying? That I caught myself starting it as I was walking. I said, no, let me get to the mic so everyone can hear it clear as a bell.
Oh, that kid's too old. Look, he's giving eyes like, holy Jesus.
Can you get these pictures up on opieandanthony.com?
That
so
kid
we can share
is
with
giving
our
like
listeners?
bedroom eyes to the camera like, yep, I'm getting some titty.
And there's nothing you could do about it.
That is too old.
Hey, Dad, look at this.
Daddy, they're mine too, asshole.
You know what makes a woman uncomfortable? If they want to breastfeed on a plane, I'm next to them, I'll just watch and do this.
Start licking your lips.
When the stewardess comes over and asks me what I want, I'll be like, can I have a baba?
Baba?
All right, here's the story, Anthony. Lactose intolerant is the headline. Of course it is. Breastfeeding, and they're holding up signs. One lady held up a sign saying, breastfeeding, we wouldn't be here without it. Yeah. Nearly 150 angry moms, babies at their breasts, staged a peaceful nurse-in yesterday outside ABC's Manhattan studios in defense of mother's milk, Anthony.
Well, how violent could a nurse-in be? The kid sucks their tits and they throw them against the window to cause a ruckus?
They take the kid off their boom and start squirting it at everybody.
swing the kid by the feet.
Get back, you, or I'll shoot.
Barbara's a C word. They start chanting it with their babies swinging.
The women, self-named lactivists.
Huh? What?
Lactivists.
I get it. Because of lactose. And they're activists, lactivists.
Took to the streets after Barbara Walters' interview. Barbara Walters, interview queen and host of The View, made what they considered disparaging comments about breastfeeding on the talk show. Walters said she felt awkward sitting with her hairdresser next to a woman who was breastfeeding on an airplane.
There you go.
It made me very nervous, Walters said. She didn't cover the baby with a blanket. It made us uncomfortable.
See? She didn't cover the baby. You got to cover that dirty thing.
Don't be honest and express the way you feel. In our society, people don't like it.
Co-host Elizabeth Hasselbeck, who was that Survivor chick.
Who? She's a co-host on the View?
Yeah, now she's one of the
Wait. There's Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
There's Star.
Mm-hmm.
There's what's her name? The comic.
Wait. Barbara. There's Barbara, Grape, Joy, and who else?
Joy. Right. That's 3. Then there's that housewife one, Meredith. And then I thought there was the Asian girl.
The Chinky's gone.
Opie, it's an Asian girl.
She's working for the for National Geographic or something like that.
She is?
Something, yeah. She's
she'll see Star again soon.
I knew.
I didn't say it though. I just was giving information, and this.
I didn't say anything bad.
I heard nothing about Star leaving The View.
I said she'll see her again soon.
Other ventures. Who is that? Oh, that's her right there.
Yeah, from Survivor.
Bigger picture. Eric, can you click on the picture? Does it get bigger?
Right click.
What's the matter?
Right click. Hold on.
Eric.
All right, go.
No, it doesn't get bigger.
Do that over there.
Non-right clicking punk motherfucker.
No, over there, right there. Down.
Down.
To the left.
No, that's the menu bar.
No,
hit
over
send.
There. We got him again. All right. So, co-host Elizabeth Hasselbeck, who is nursing her daughter, Grace, said she was uncomfortable breastfeeding in general, Anthony. The show's hosts also seemed to celebrate the news that Hasselbeck's daughter had her first bottle of formula, spurring women in 4 cities to lift children to their breasts in a synchronized milk-in yesterday.
Milk-in.
Just look. It's because of lactate, not lactose, you ass. Look, I'm not even going to get into it with you.
What happened?
The guy, because I said lactose and they're lactivists.
Right.
And because of lactose. But this guy says lactate, but the paper right there in front of me says lactose intolerant. And that's the whole thing. You know what? I'm not going to argue with the listeners anymore. See, this is the instant feedback screen. See it? Mm-hmm. See it? Mm-hmm. Watch what I do. I go to the upper right-hand corner. Boom! I close the browser.
No, you can't
That's
do
it.
that.
Now you can. You know what?
No, you can't do
if
that.
an instant feedback is posted in the forest and no one's there to read it, did anyone really post it? How about that, my friends? Now post all you want, because now if I don't read them, it's like you never fucking posted them. Okay? I'm punishing you all.
But
no instant feedbacks today.
But you can't
None.
do that to the rest of us.
None.
We enjoy the little
But
comments
I like
that come
once
in.
in a while.
I do not pardon you.
Sometimes they make us chuckle.
Now I shoot you all.
You can't do that to everybody.
That's what happens. I close the browser.
Kid left a ring around the computer.
Gotta shoot him.
I pardon you.
I pardon you.
All right. Well, then we get.
I love that.
Then we get comments from the nursing moms there. Just look away if it's really that offensive, said Anushka.
Anushka. What a hot name.
Yeah.
Hey, Anushka. Suck it.
The women carrying signs like "Mama's latte is best." Latte, sorry. Said they worry the comments might keep new moms from nursing. Some are demanding an on-air apology, which I guarantee they'll do today. So roll tape, because they'll.
I'm telling you.
All right. Here's the last instant feedback I'm reading.
You already turned it off,
sweetie.
No, I had like the browser up and I was going to close. But Pat from Lunaki, I have to read it. He goes, I lack toe. That's very funny because he's got 9 toes. I lack toe. You ass. Now I'm shutting it. It's over.
No, you can't.
It's over.
Everything with Pat comes down to a missing digit. He's
That's
going
always
to
comedy
find
is.
an angle.
Oh, God. So they're demanding an on-air apology. We'll roll tape on that because something stupid will happen today. I do it on the subway. I do it in the library. I do it in the park. I've never been a particularly shy person, but some people are, and they shouldn't be discouraged from doing something natural, said Jennifer.
I think the moms are right, and Barbara Walters is wrong. I think they're right.
Oh, why?
Because I think that we are too repressed sexually about stuff like that. And as long as the motives aren't to be shocking, but if you're genuinely breastfeeding, I think it's a healthy thing, and I think that for us to sexualize it is unhealthy.
Did Barbara Walters say not to do it?
No, not at all.
That's just it. Yeah. Now, what they want, they don't want the ability. They have the ability to breastfeed wherever the fuck you want. Hang it out. But you're not going to convert me to make me feel comfortable about it.
I think that Barbara Walters is a bit uptight about it, but I also think they're overreacting and being a bunch of annoying, self-righteous twats. Demanding an apology and protest. Who gives a fuck what that irrelevant crypt keeper says? Who cares? She's 70.
Who cares?
Her tits are giving cottage cheese. Nobody cares what she says. No one. No one.
All right, well, why don't we go to the phones?
You don't freaking like it. Don't look. Whatever.
Oh.
You know?
Right. Leslie, who are you talking to?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm talking about Barbara Walters. If she doesn't want to see
Are you
it,
one of those listeners that talks to the radio as the show's going on?
Were you talking to the radio?
Who were you talking to?
Because we plunked the phone down and you were already talking.
Huh?
We answer the... Do I have to shut the browser for the phones, too?
No, don't turn off my phones.
We plunked the phone down and picked you up, and you were already talking.
I'm sorry.
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
I was talking to y'all.
Yeah, but we weren't even on the phone yet. That's like you call your mother, right? And and it's ringing, and your mom picks up, and you're already talking to her. Like, do you do that?
No, not
See?
usually.
But that's what you just did.
Yeah, you confused all of us, that's all.
Okay, well, I'm a Sprint customer, so I get cut off a lot, and, I talk to myself sometimes, so.
Go ahead, Leslie, what do you have to say?
So you agree with Barbara Walters?
No. Not in the least bit.
Are you a mom?
No, but I have taken care of children. I am close to...
You breastfed children?
No.
Like that?
No, I'm a godmother, yes, but not an actual mother. But my whole thing is, whatever a woman wants to do, if they want to breastfeed the kid, whatever. If they don't, whatever.
I agree, but like Barbara Walters was saying, that if the baby is breastfeeding, to stop it, you should curl up your fist and punch the infant. How do you feel about that?
Well, whatever she wants to say, whatever. But if she doesn't like to see it, she just needs to look away.
All right, Leslie, thank you.
All right.
There goes Leslie in Wisconsin. Let's go to Army, the trucker. Army?
I think they fit quite nicely in the airplane
Hold on,
bathroom
Army.
toilet.
Good morning.
That big head kind of stuck spinning around before it...
But it won't go all the way down. All you see is five little telling fingers poking through. No one wants to sit down anymore. It's like Killjoy.
And the worst is when you pick up the baby and you go to walk to the bathroom to give the baby to mom, and it tries to suck your tit.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Jesus,
maybe you ought to work out.
I was going to say, you might want to join a gym.
Yeah, what's the matter with you, me?
My ex-wife's tits have been destroyed by our kids.
Were they?
Oh, my God, it's disgusting.
Oh, my God.
Horrible.
What was it like when you first met your wife?
Oh, turn on city. I mean, boing, swing.
What were her titties like? Describe her titties.
Her titties were, gorgeous. They were like, I don't know, a beautiful little dish.
Yeah.
One of those numbers, like...
Nice,
like
perky.
Say,
were the nipples perky up on top of her boobs?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Very
and
tight.
And when there was a nice cold day and they'd poke out, I would sit there and flick them through her shirt, and, oh, yeah.
And now what are they like, sir?
They hang down to her freaking belly button. It's disgusting.
Does she have stretch marks on them now?
Oh, yeah, definitely, Jimmy.
And tell us about the nipples.
They're like huge now. I mean, full moon and just craters and the whole 9 yards.
Craters?
Oh, they're disgusting.
Wow.
Oh, my God, boys. Oh.
All right, we get it. Your wife's tits are awful.
Hope loves this stuff.
Ex-wife. That's why
Ex-wife.
she's my ex-wife. I didn't buy this.
I didn't buy this.
Take care, man. I'm punching out.
Bye,
Later.
mister.
There goes Army, the trucker. No, Eric was showing me one of the hottest breastfeeding scenes in movie history.
Where?
This movie was with the chick from Risky Business.
Rebecca De Mornay. Oh, is that the hand that rocks the cradle?
What a great movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie. She
Yeah.
was a real sicko.
She was watching, she was like a babysitter, like a nanny.
Yeah.
And she had some issues, and she
starts
decided...
breastfeeding. Look at that kid going to town.
Starts breastfeeding the kid to the point where the kid doesn't want any of mommy's milk.
Yeah.
And the mommy doesn't understand why there's
she completely bonded with the baby, and
mommy doesn't understand why there's a rejection issue with her newborn, and then she becomes a psycho, a complete psycho.
Wow, that's pretty good. She's actually breastfeeding in that scene.
Yeah.
Is that her kid or something? How did they do that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, why
for
the
somebody.
hell would you let your kid suck on Rebecca De Mornay's tit for a movie?
Well, that's a nice mom. That's a good mom.
It's a real sport.
That's a mom you take care of when she goes into the old age home.
Oh, God. There's a picture of babies that are a little too old to be breastfeeding. It's all over this website.
Remember the time I know we go back a lot with this show. I mean, we could redo it again. I don't care. We had a woman come in at NEW. Her kid, someone's got to help me.
Kate.
You remember her name and everything?
Wow,
I know
you're
her.
good.
You know her.
Well, stop it. Wait a minute. Can someone smack me in the face whenever I don't figure something out with Jimmy? Whenever I don't see it as plain as daylight? Could you just slap me? Of course he knows her. Of course he does. She's a lunatic. And she was on our show.
She was on our
There it
show.
is. That's the prerequisite.
The one who breastfed her 30-year-old son, that one?
30-year-old son.
Right, and the son acted like he was 5.
Kid would suck her tits while he's on the cell phone.
We had...
Making a prom date.
Well, she has a name. We had Kate come in.
Kate.
Because we were talking about this breastfeeding issue, and she came in with her... Come on, help me out. 3.5, 4-year-old?
No, he was older than that. Oh, maybe. He was like 4 or 5.
Ben might even know. I mean, it was way up there, and the kid was practically standing up as he was breastfeeding.
He was way too old to be breastfeeding.
Way too old. He had his a baseball hat on, I remember, and he was giving us all looks as he was doing it. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen. One of the creepiest things I've ever seen in studio.
Her need to feel loved and helpful kind of overrode, I thought, what was good for him. But again, maybe technically she was okay to do it.
So when you had sex with her, how was she?
Not bad. I mean, I never had sex with her.
Oh, no? Oh, okay.
No.
That's the baby?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Eric is really good at a lot of things. You know the baby in Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Yeah.
That's her now. She was born in 1985. She's now 20 years old.
Holy Jesus.
And hot as shit.
Well, what has she been in? She's been in a few movies.
Tell me she lists the credit that she was the baby in Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Oh, my God. The Hand That Rocks... Wait, something's wrong here.
What's wrong?
Maybe Hawk...
Yeah, Hawk, you're wrong.
Stinks.
You're off. You stink again.
He's dumb.
He's totally off.
He's good at a lot of things.
Let me
What
explain it
happened?
because it's kind of funny, actually. He shows me this young actress that's about 20 years old or will be 20 later this year, okay? And goes, this is the baby from Hand That Rocks the Cradle. So now I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, 1985 she was born. That movie was not in the mid to late 80s.
90.
So then I looked down, and her credit list, Hand That Rocks the Cradle, movie came out in 92. She would have had been a 7-year-old girl in the movie.
Now that would have been a scene to see.
I'll say.
I think there was another daughter that was in that movie or something like that.
Yeah, probably. It would probably be listed as the baby or something.
And
know
that
how
baby
sad
would
Eric
be
is
about
now?
13, 14.
He had a good thing going. You said he was really good at certain things.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of took it away again.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Why don't you tell him he's good at something else? Because Eric is a very talented guy.
It's 3 children. 3 children.
What?
Oh, she was one of
Eric,
3?
Eric Melender. That's odd. Jennifer Melender and Ashley Melender.
Triplets.
Are they all related?
They have to be triplets.
Yeah, they were. Well, wait a minute. One was born 91, November 10th, 91. Yeah, November 10th, 91. They're triplets. And that does seem to be their only acting credit.
That they sucked on a booby. Not bad.
3 kids. Who was the lucky one that got to suck on the booby?
The youngest, probably.
Let's go to San Francisco. Caitlin, what's up?
Hey, I just want to call in as being one of probably the few females that's going to say, I hate the breastfeeding bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm San Francisco, so you know it's weird.
Are you a mom?
No.
No, she's
God, no. Little life destroyers.
I know. She's a dyke.
I'm not a dyke.
No?
No, I'm married to a man, and I've called into the show before.
Oh.
I had the creepy hairbrush story about the sororities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember.
I do, actually.
I don't remember.
You had the hairbrush and the whole thing happened.
Yeah, the sex with the hairbrush story.
Right.
That's one of our
Yeah.
favorite stories. What?
Well, personally, I think it should be against the law.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
What? Oh, God damn it.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, Caitlin, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Guys, we don't get many women
Jimmy.
that call the show. Come on.
That is so bad.
We're never going to call this show.
I got scared. I got nervous talking to her.
You
It
did
slipped
get
out.
nervous. I saw that.
My fist clenched up and it just slipped out.
Let's go to Jeff in Illinois.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, I was at this party and this hot chick was giving she was breastfeeding, and my buddy is half drunk. He goes over there and he goes, "Hey, let's see that little baby." Snatches him up. You hear this little, and there it was.
Yeah, it's to you, Ed.
No, that's okay. I won't try to blast one into the microphone.
So I really wish Ant would get up to do that and then just shit his pants.
I crap myself.
And we'd know something happened when you sat down and pudding shot out the bottom of your fucking pant leg.
Again.
I was thinking a little nugget drops out.
A nugget?
Ooh, the little moist plunk.
Bounces off your Nikes and rolls onto the floor.
Yeah, I had a nugget when I was on my way to school in 5th grade with Bill D'Angelo.
Yeah.
I had to take a dump, and I would only take dumps at home. So I tried to tighten up, and a little nugget broke off. And I said, "Watch this, Bill." And I kicked my leg out, and it came out of my pants leg.
Wow.
And Bill remembered that for years.
Was that the time you broke your toe? Didn't you break your toe or something?
No.
Trying to get to a bathroom? Was that you?
No.
Oh, all right.
Running?
No.
Running? I don't know. All right, let's go to Kim. Be nice to Kim, guys.
I
Kim,
will. I love girls.
Girl.
Here we go.
Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Hey, nothing ticks me off more than women who bitch about breastfeeding, because there's no reason at all, every opportunity to pump, to feed your child, there's no reason to do it in public.
Yeah.
Absolutely none.
I disagree. I don't mind it. I'm
Really?
not even being a pervert. Yeah, it's like we're too uptight about stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, it annoys me, so I can see why men get annoyed, because I just feel women do it just to be empowered, just to say, oh, I could do something, there's nothing you could do. It's almost playing the race card. So
Well, I said before, my problem with it, if the motives are right, if somebody is doing it because they genuinely want to feed the kid and not to, like you said, not to be empowered and just do it because they can. You know, what kind of an animal gets mad at the mother breastfeeding the young? I mean, we're the only creatures that would fucking have a problem with that in the animal kingdom. It is kind of uptight.
True. I mean, if there's no other option but to do it right there, I see that. But
I just think it makes me uncomfortable. I can't look at it. I don't know where to look. You have to look away, and then you're so conscious that you're looking away that you're compelled to turn your head and actually look, and I don't want to be in that situation. I'm selfish.
I don't blame you. And when you see 3 or 4 women sitting together and they're having a tea party with their breasts, it's annoying.
What I'm saying is this: why, like, because I believe Ant's a little bit uncomfortable with that, but
Yes.
like, why would any of us be? And I'm not saying he's wrong, but that just shows you the way we look at things. Like, as a group, it's like, why would any of our people be uncomfortable with somebody like nurturing the? You know what I mean? It's like it's just a bizarre.
Then why would they be uncomfortable if I just yank it out and start jacking? Right in front of them?
You're preaching to the choir.
It's natural too. That's all natural.
All right, let's go to Brian in Chicago. Brian, what's up?
Hey, man, I'm just saying, whip them fuckers out.
There you go. Whip them fuckers out.
That's right.
Someone get that T-shirt made immediately. Joe in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I got a little story. Sunday afternoon, we're having a barbecue at my girlfriend's mother's house. And her mother just had a kid about a month ago.
Bullshit.
I swear to God. Nice dick. So I'm sitting there eating a hot dog, and all of a sudden her mother's holding the kid, and she kind of like pulls down the top of her shirt a little bit, and I'm just sitting there eating. All of a sudden I see the kid just sucking on my girlfriend's mother's tit, and it's just like everybody's eating. There's like a whole family there, and there's the kid enjoying a nice meal, and her mother. It's her mother. It's not like it's somebody else I don't know.
And the hot dog told me that it had a family at home. Yeah. All right, my friend.
First time, long time. Welcome aboard.
We went to this website. It's like a breastfeeding group.
Yeah.
And they have 101 reasons why you should breastfeed.
It's 101 of them?
And one is that, where is it? Oh, right here. Much nicer diaper changes.
Really?
Oh, who knew this?
The bowel movements of breastfed babies smell mild and inoffensive, Anthony. The same cannot be said about those of formula-fed babies. Try changing a few formula-fed babies if you're uncertain about wanting to try breastfeeding.
That's always good because you want your kid's shit to smell nice in the house.
Yeah, pleasant-smelling shit.
This shit makes it goes from abominable to awful. Jesus.
Something tells me the formula-fed shit isn't a real treat. It's probably better than the formula, but I don't know.
I mean, the breastfed stuff is not a treat.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, it's all just shit.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say here. It's all just shit.
What, you mean you're breastfeeding? Well, have the baby shit inside the car. I ran out of those little trees.
Whoa. Squeeze the little guy, a little potpourri.
What's that? What are you?
Let's go to Julie in New York. Julie.
Hey.
2 8-year-olds hanging off of that tit.
They look like Brazilians.
All right, Eric, why? Why encourage this? Why?
Why not?
Why?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
what's
how
up,
you
Julie?
doing?
I'm calling Opie. I know that you think that pregnant women are sexy, which I can't believe.
Not
Opie
all.
does.
Huh?
Opie loves them.
Not all. Every once in a while, you see one walking around the streets, and it's like, hey, look at that.
Well, I'm a pregnant woman for the second time, and there's nothing sexy about breastfeeding.
Yeah.
There's nothing sexy about being out in public. First of all, I'd never do it out in public. But you have infections you get. There are chapped nipples, bleeding nipples. I mean, it's just disgusting.
Why do they turn so goddamn brown?
I don't know. They get huge, too.
That's
I have big breasts to begin with.
Ooh, how big? I mean, how big?
36Ds.
Ooh.
So when you
Nice.
get pregnant, they are the most painful things you could possibly
Because they're just filled with all that
imagine.
goodness.
Yeah, life-giving sugary juice.
And, you know, as much as they say it's
Just
great
looking
for
for
the
a
kid,
customer.
there is nothing more than my husband. Let me tell you, if he could tell you how disgusting it is to, you know, just have to see that. As far as, like, I got what they call mastitis, which is infections. They're engorged. The child doesn't eat properly.
Wait, what? What gets infected?
You have mastitis?
It's called mastitis.
Yes.
An infection that you get from becoming engorged.
Where does the infection happen?
In your breast.
In your breast, so like in the glands that make the milk, that like gets pus. Does it make?
No, there's no pus.
Well, it just gets they
get clogged.
Does it make make them swell even more?
Completely swell to the point where they're rock hard. They get rock hard.
So what do you do with that besides take a pin and fix the problem?
Penicillin. You have to take medication.
Penicillin.
Can you drain them?
There's got to be pus
You have to
somewhere.
drain them. You have to stand in a hot shower and physically drain them.
See,
There's nothing attractive about
Why
it.
a hot shower?
Because it loosens everything up there, Jimmy. Come
It
on.
gets everything, you know.
Open the pores up.
Gets
I
the
went up
blood
with
flowing.
103 fever. My whole left side of my body, I couldn't move it.
That's great. Have a
From that.
stroke. Swollen breasts.
Because you had an infected breast.
Yep. Because the child, not necessarily every child eats properly off of them.
So what happened? Like, how does the kid cause that by not eating properly?
They just don't drink enough.
Enough, so you get too much milk in there, and unless you milk yourself,
Yep.
the milk sits in there, and like milk on the shelf at a.
It's supposed to empty out every time they feed.
Yeah, you're supposed to, I don't know, rotate the stock.
Yep.
Or else it gets over the expiration date, and the container, the carton bloats.
Right.
It actually. I got one of those cartons the other day. I bought milk the other day, and I put it in the fridge, and I had a little bit of milk left in one carton, and I poured it out over my Raisin Bran, but there's not enough. So I opened up the new carton I just bought, and I noticed it was a little puffy, the carton. So I go to pour it out. It was this clear yellow liquid like piss, and then this big square clump of whatever was left went thud to the other side of the container. I didn't even have to say, I think this is bad, you know? It's like,
right.
You just absolutely know.
Did you eat so how was this? Did you eat
It
the cereal?
was delicious.
I like a viscous, milky, yellow type of a milk.
Yellow, Oh, yeah, it was. So that happens inside your titty.
You got it. It's
Your milk went
disgusting.
sour.
The milk goes sour. Yeah, well, it's been 98 degrees all day.
All right, Julie, hang in there.
Yeah.
Keep
you
your
know.
breasts in a nice, cool place.
Hang in there, and we mean your breasts.
There you go.
I'll keep you updated.
All right.
Please do.
Okay.
Bye. There goes Julie.
Julie, very fascinating story there.
God, the phones have exploded. I mean, should we do some Mayor Menino clips, though?
Yeah.
Or do you want to keep on this?
I don't know. Take a couple more calls.
All right, let's say hi to Buster in Brooklyn. Buster?
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Pretty good. Having fun today.
All right. Hey, listen, you got to try the breast milk in your coffee.
He is one of these idiots. Are you insane?
I'm telling you, Nelson Rockefeller used to do the same thing.
What?
I did a bio with him when I was in high school years ago.
Can I ask you a question? What's the worst part of your name? Is that when people talk to you, they always sound angry?
No, not really.
Hey, Buster. What if they have to show him something? Look here, Buster.
Or his poor wife. Oh, fuck me, Buster.
I'm telling you, try it. Maybe you can get some girls up there who are ready to breastfeed. Put it in your coffee.
No,
right,
thank you, Buster.
Let's go to,
Enough of you. Hang up on him.
let's go to Monday.
Hate Buster.
Monday in South Carolina.
Hey, guys. how
You're
you
on the
doing?
Opie and Anthony program.
Well, thank you. That was a great bit. We heard that yesterday
Hey,
morning.
what's your sister's name? Tuesday?
Yeah. Hey, when you get depressed, they say you're really manic Monday.
I've never ever heard any of those before.
Monday,
My God.
Monday.
Never heard
So
that one
good
either.
to me.
So original.
I'm sure. They call her Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad.
Don't forget, I don't like.
I don't like Monday. I don't like
right.
Monday.
It's not even spelled that way, but that's funny.
M-U-N-D-E-E, right?
M-U-N-D-Y.
All right.
M-U-what?
Ah.
M-U-N-D-E-Y.
Wait, where's the N?
No, M-U-N-D-Y.
Oh, Monday.
Oh, Monday.
Spelling lesson, yeah.
What do you got?
awful name.
You're a former breastfeeder.
Yes, I have a 14-month-old, and I quit breastfeeding at 8 months, and I never did it in public. I always covered up, was even embarrassed to do it around family. But my sister, on the other hand, she has a kid that's 3 years older than mine, and she just will hers out anywhere, and it grossed me out. She was my sister, so didn't really agree with that.
All right. Thanks, Monday.
All right.
There
Thanks for making fun of my name. I appreciate it.
All right.
We didn't mean it. We're sorry.
All right, watch his
Like
answer.
she hasn't heard every single
course
one of
she
those.
has.
It's like me growing up hearing the, Anthony, it's Wednesday. It's Prince Spaghetti Day. Any kid named Anthony that grew up when those things were on, ugh, constant. And
Yeah, you know how it is.
You have Opie with, Where's Aunt B? How many times do you hear that one?
Probably about 7 times.
Yeah, that's it?
Fucking
8, maybe?
Hey, Jimmy, here's a porch. Pop this into your mouth.
All right, one more and we'll move on. Jaeger?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Is your last name Meister?
Or is your first name Chuck? LOL.
What's up, Jaeger?
Hey, what's going on? Okay, I have a question. I have no problem with breastfeeding, but last Thanksgiving, whatever, my aunt was breastfeeding, whatever, not a problem with it. But what are you supposed to do when they direct questions towards you while their tits out?
Yeah, you don't look at them. Now you got to answer with your back turned to them.
It's very awkward. Like, hey, so how's school? Oh, it's good. I just a big titty. My aunt, my uncle sitting right there. We're eating brie cheese and fondue. I can't handle it. Anyway, nigger.
Oh, Jesus.
Why, dude?
I think he just wanted to get that off his chest.
I mean, why do you want to say it 3 times?
All right, why don't we take a break? When we get back, we'll get into the third installment of Mayor Menino babbling.
I don't like that, because it's kind of poking fun at someone. I want to change the tone of this program to be uplifting and helpful.
And how are we going to do that?
Anyone can tear someone down. It's harder to build someone up.
How are we going to do that?
I'll think about it on break.
All right.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Owenay virus.
Well, we got Chad in New Jersey. He thinks he knows what the wedding song was. Go ahead, Chad.
Yeah, what's up, boys?
Hey.
I heard that the wedding song was the Unchained Melody. Punching out.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Or maybe it was, hey, break these chains.
Thanks, Liddy.
Funny, Liddy. Actually had a line that time, though.
Exactly. What's wrong with that? Liddy's on fire.
He's on fire.
Liddy.
Now someone suggesting cat scratch fever.
I hate Liddy.
Def Leppard.
Who's that? I don't know, but I don't like it.
Who is that? Ooh. What is that?
Hey, you're ripping me off.
They're having lid wars. Opie's got his own little lid.
I hate Liddy.
Oh.
I'm the anti-Liddy. I have a goatee.
Oh.
You're worse at ventriloquism than Otto and George.
A worse what?
I said worse at ventriloquism.
Oh, okay.
But it was ventriloquism's a hard word.
You know, when I came into Yogurt, the lids were doing nothing. The Mayor Menino is a hard word.
Look at now that Liddy's got some competition, he's on fire. Now he's got the lines.
Yeah, shut up, fuckface.
You know, that's almost sociopathic.
The lids are fighting.
Hilarious, you guys get. This is what you do for
Where's
a living.
my lid?
This is what you do for a living.
I have foily. I'm gonna sit here and go, oh shit.
Yeah. All you do is mess up plans.
Here we go again. Oh, fuck.
Excuse me, can I point something out? Why are you trying not to move your lips on radio?
I know.
He really thinks he's a talent scout in the other room. Look at that kid in the fucking foil. Sign him.
I had to find something to use as a puppet.
Yeah, I gotta use foil.
Like I had to find foil. Like I couldn't say I have a lid too.
Yeah, well, I would have fucking ratted you out in a second. He doesn't have any legit fleshy hands. I grabbed toilet paper like I was supposed to be involved. Talk to the tube or something.
I'm Rolo Man.
There we are.
Is this a bad Adam Sandler bit or what?
You guys do this for a living. It's hilarious.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh, I think I broke my fruit on the bottom, man.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
All right, time for the third installment of the Mayor Menino clips, Anthony. We have lots and lots of these. Going through the better ones.
Yeah.
And getting them on the radio for you. If you haven't heard this yet, it's the mayor of Boston. He's been there since, we figured out, 92, 93, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, I should say.
He can't talk so good.
He can't talk so good.
He don't talk so good.
And, he gives Mike Tyson a run for his money. Actually, we have a couple brand new Mike Tyson clips.
Really?
Of him speaking poorly.
Mike's fight coming up.
Yeah, we'll get into that interview
Another
and
one.
stuff maybe tomorrow.
He's 39.
I can't believe he's that old. I remember when he was...
I know, when he was like 19.
I was in rehab, and I remember Kid Dynamite was the name of the...
Dynamite?
No, yeah. No dashes.
No dashes?
He was like 19 or 20, man. It's 86. I can't believe it's that
and
long ago.
And completely unstoppable. Just an animal.
He was 20 years old.
A maniac. The guy the bell would ring, he'd charge at whoever was in the ring and knock him the fuck out. And now, that last fight was just an embarrassment, and this one's just going to be an embarrassment.
Well, now it's all about him getting hurt.
It's about him trying to make money, is what it is.
Like all those other boxers, there's so many that are just all fucked up because they didn't know how to get out.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's a shame.
Here's Tyson talking yesterday, I think.
What does it mean to you? You're about to turn 39. You're still fighting. Did you ever think you'd still be fighting at this age?
Well, I never thought I'd feel this good at 38 or 39. It's just, I don't know, fighting is mostly psychological and frame of mind. Physically, I have all the attributes of fighting. I just have to have them psychologically.
I got all the attributes. I got all the astronauts I need to fight. I could go to Venus and kick ass because I got the astronauts. What is he talking about?
Was he trying to say attributes?
Attributes.
And what did he say?
Attributes. Attributes.
Attributes.
Attributes.
Oh, we got another
that
one.
Astor is a beaut. That's a beaut of an Astor you have there.
We did a great preparation for this fight. I've never been to
preparation.
I started infantile and then I moved up to more of a graduate level. It's very slow. I never worked that slowly before. It was at a stage where I was almost embarrassed working at such a small level. Just come on, man. I could work more than 30 seconds.
I started infantile. I was beating up babies.
Moved my way up to 3-year-olds.
I worked my way up.
Pepperation?
Pepperation. You need a little salt and pepperation before you can fight.
He sounds a bit subdued, no?
Yeah, it must be the Zoloft. I take it to keep from killing y'all.
One of the best lines ever.
He takes the Zoloft to keep from killing y'all.
All right, we can play the rest of these clips, and then we'll move on to Mayor Menino.
Yeah.
Fights June 11th in D.C.
Yep. Who's he fight? Who's the guy?
Another journeyman, probably, right?
Really? Steve Perry?
Oh, McBride?
Oh.
McBride, the country singer? What? No?
I'm thrilled and ecstatic just being here, and I'm showing my performance, and I'm just so happy I can spend so much time with my children. And this is just, I feel like Mr. Mom in the whole bit, man. This is beautiful.
I feel like Mr. Mom. No, Mike, you're not.
No, you're...
He's not quite the Mr. Mom. God, how many kids does he have? He's got a lot.
4.
6.
No, I think he's got like 6 kids.
Yeah, 6 kids.
That's got to be rough.
I'm just so happy that I'm happy again.
Yeah, you all better laugh.
Yeah, you definitely better laugh.
You better laugh at Mike. Laugh at me or I rip your head off.
Kevin McBride, that's who he's fighting. Thanks.
I just hope these people in Washington, D.C. are prepared to handle this. It's going to be a train wreck here. It's going to be exciting. Not besides, Kevin's cute. Kevin's real cute, but the whole environment is just going to be great.
It's going to be a train wreck. We got Pat from Moonachie going to be here.
Mike, at this point in your career, you're going to be 40 years old next year. Why would you pay to see you fight?
Well, yes, regardless of what I would do to see me fight, people will see me fight because they know I'm a great attraction and I'm a great entertainment, regardless of my circumstances or my profession.
He's got that right. He's an attraction.
I dreamt about this, so on the night of 11th of June, you're going to see real Irish power from this right hand or this left hand.
White guy?
That's the guy he's fighting. He's
fighting a white guy?
He sounds drunk.
He's fighting an Irish white guy?
I guess, yeah. Real Irish power.
Uh-oh.
They do have the black Irish, though.
If Tyson...
whatever. There you have it.
He's got to beat up the white guy.
Yeah, enough with the Tyson. There's nothing really there.
Please.
Now let's go to
someone... So bad to see him just kind of fade away like this.
It is kind of sad. All right, Mayor Menino. Mayor of Boston since 92 or 93, and the guy just...
Is that how tall? Is that the height difference? Mm-hmm. Wow, this Irish guy is a giant. Mike isn't really that tall, but...
Yeah, but this guy has at least 6 inches on him.
How big is he?
At least.
At least.
Look at that.
Jesus
Jimmy.
Christ.
That's going to hit him
giant.
in the head.
I will break you.
I must break you.
All right. Mayor Menino, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Mayor of Boston. Huge tongue in his head. Can't speak.
Mark from Pennsylvania. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, Opie, you're a professional broadcaster. You're talking about the way these other guys speak, and you don't know the difference between I and me. I hear you say Anthony and I, whether it's the object of the sentence or the subject.
Oh, my God, who cares?
We do.
No, not we, you do. Most people don't care if you say Anthony and me or Anthony and I. I don't give a fuck about the I-me rule. I never
Opie and I don't care.
But if you're going to poke fun at somebody else, at least get it right.
Good point.
Mark.
What I do is I bring people, I bring to your attention other people that speak horribly, even worse than I, or is it worse than me?
All right.
Hey, Mark.
Are you the guy that emails me over the I-me rule?
No. I don't have time to email.
All right. There's one guy that keeps emailing me over the I-me rule. I'm like, what
well,
the
Mark,
fuck ever?
Could you please give me an example of both ways they are used?
Yes, Anthony and I talk on the radio every day.
Okay.
My general manager gave Anthony and me a raise.
Oh, my God. Who cares?
Huh.
What's the difference?
That's one of those who cares things unless you're an English professor.
I just say me and Opie for everything.
Yeah.
I say it wrong, completely wrong, but I'm consistent. I just say, yeah, me and Opie did this.
Yes.
Or me and Opie, like it's the way that you were told in elementary school not to do it. But I don't like the whole and I or and me. And
All right.
Don't like
hey,
it.
Hey, listen.
When I refer to these guys, I say the gravy trains and I.
I do have to say this.
Go ahead.
I wasn't a real fan up until you guys went on XM. I love you guys now.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Mark.
Right. Take care.
And I.
That I thing always.
I don't know.
What was the difference between? And by the way, what did the general manager offer you guys a raise?
Huh? What?
I didn't hear anything about that.
Anyway, Anthony, let's go back to the clips.
Oh. I'm going to go see The King and Me. Is that a play?
That's classic.
that's classic. Let's go to the Menino clip.
What's this, Eric?
Eric?
Steve just brought in his new remixes.
What is it?
Well, one's with O&A theme by Professor Anthony from Whackbag. It's a new O&A theme.
Who?
Oh,
When did it come in, Eric?
Eric, get on mic.
How long ago?
Just now.
He can't hear you.
Just now.
Cool. Who sent it? Do you have any idea?
Professor Anthony from Whackbag.
How many? This is the thing. We got to get a shitload of these coming in. I know, which is good. We want them to send them in.
Where's the other remix we had today? I mean, the jingle. The first jingle. Yeah, we're asking for O&A jingles. This one came in today. Oh, my God. The show's all over the place.
I'll say.
What the hell happened here?
Homophobic, 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 the Opie and Anthony Show.
By the way, Mike Tyson is 5'11", and this guy is 6'7", I think.
Oof.
72 inches makes 6 feet, right? 72, something. Yeah, the 6'6". No, 6'6" and 5'11".
Is he undefeated or no?
Who cares?
Good point.
We get this quick news story in, I guess, while we're figuring this out.
I had it, but
the Opie news story.
I was just gonna play another jingle.
I thought you were looking for something, so I was gonna jump in with this little filler. But since we're ready, fuck it.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
That's horrible.
I like it.
That's an example of somebody that has.
I think they're getting better. What do you
the
think, Jimmy?
idea that they want,
like it.
but the idea of a jingle and the actual execution of it done well.
You want to add
miles apart there.
You want to add a few elements into it too. You want to do more than just our names.
He's got the the music there, but then the vocals, not quite the jingle.
And what about
vocals.
old Jimmy Norton? You got to include him.
I want to be in a jingle.
You want to be in a jingle?
I'll say.
You need like harmonies and
yeah,
a girl's voice in there.
Do 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 do. It's Norton and Friends. Do 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 do.
Right.
Doesn't
Something
have to
like
be that one. Just a thought.
Got to sound happy.
Let's say hi to Jeff in New York. Go ahead, Jeff.
Joe.
Yeah.
Opie.
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, listen, there's no such thing as black Irishmen. You know that, right?
Well, the black Irish.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
No, there's black Irish. They have like black hair.
No.
And they're a little darker skin.
Yeah, they're not like red hair and Irish looking.
Yeah,
No. See, years ago, the slave owners were Irish.
Yeah.
And then they took their name from the Irishmen, the black people.
No, I didn't say they were actually black, but there's a term called black Irish.
Never heard of it.
And they're
yes, there is a term, sir.
And they have like darker hair and slightly darker features.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how blonde hair, blue eyes became dark hair, dark skin.
All right, go ahead, Anthony. Your story there?
Yes. It seems in Putnam Valley, a 40-year-old Putnam Valley man is due in court Thursday to answer to felony charges of animal cruelty after he was accused of kicking his neighbor's 15-year-old blind and deaf dog so severely that it later died. Opie, comment? Roxy, a 45-pound German Shepherd mixed breed, wandered into Frank Aquino's yard during a Memorial Day barbecue, police said. The dog died a few hours after the attack. A witness said Aquino had walked over to the dog and kicked it like a football in the abdomen. Opie? Comment, Opie? Opie. Nothing? The arthritic dog had staggered to another neighbor's yard and died under a tree. Where owners Lisa and William Sampson found their beloved pet. And Lisa was quoted as saying, "To viciously kick a dog is beyond words." Comment? Viciously kick? No? Anything? After the attack, the dog tumbled several times, then slowly got up and walked away. Did it sound? Does that sound familiar in any way, shape, or form?
Barbecue. I wonder if somebody was having some prime rib at that barbecue.
Perhaps the dog had gotten up on the barbecue and taken a piece of that prime rib, which would give the guy carte blanche to kick him in the liver. You can't let people get away with this, she said. If this is what he does to a neighbor's dog, what does he do to strays? How does he treat people? Opie, comment, Opie. Yeah.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
What kind of a man hits a defenseless animal? Let's go to Mike in Jersey City. Mike, what's up?
Hey, not to kick you when you're down, but did you say 72 inches was 6'6"?
No, well...
No, he was doing math out loud.
I was doing math. I said 72 plus 6, I think.
Wow, are they just listening to every single word that comes out of our mouths?
I'll have to listen to the replay, but I do believe I was just out loud doing the math.
It's probably my bad, Dog Killer. See you later.
Because on the website it said this Kevin McBride was 78 inches. So I went 72 plus 6. Well, I don't know. If I did, I did. But I still got his height right. It was 6'6". 6'6".
Where is Roxy?
All right.
Roxy!
All right.
Where are you?
Hey, Mayor Menino, Anthony. Let's get a few of these in before we get out of here for the day. The mayor of Boston since 92-93, and he speaks awfully. He speaks horrendously.
Awful.
Yeah, he's just not...
Yeah. He screws up a lot of words, and he's got that huge tongue.
Right.
So it makes it even worse.
Right. And we love playing the Mayor Menino clips.
Does it serve the kids better?
What?
He says, does it serve the kids better?
I says,
does it serve the kids better, I believe. Let's try that again.
Does it serve the kids better?
All right. I'll give him that one.
That one isn't that bad.
And that's so important to me as a city, as mayor, but also to the city of Boston.
Important to me as a city.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce our senior senator.
To introduce?
Induce our
Did
senior
you say
senator.
introduce or?
I don't know.
You going to make any bets with the mayor at Oakland?
Oh yeah, I mean, he'll probably give us a spaceship for Jerry Brown. You know Jerry Brown. Yeah. A spaceship versus some good seafood.
All right.
That's kind of funny though. Jerry Brown, who was what was he?
Governor of California.
Governor of California. Yeah. His spaceship, because he was kind of a spacey guy.
But it took him 40 minutes
to get it out.
Yeah, it's going to be a
spaceship.
He sounds like Marion, but not as coherent.
We're in constant contact during the whole, from the July 11th, September 11th event to the last few days. We were in contact several times a day on different issues that pertain to the safety of the people in Massachusetts.
Excuse me, did he refer to 9/11 as July 11th?
July 11th.
You fucking idiot.
If there's one date I don't think anyone could screw up, it's 9/11.
That's like screwing up B-Day for World War II.
Instead of B-Day, I got it.
No, but you that could get some crickets.
I kind of like that.
For a harsher response?
The diversity of our classroom is the strength of our city, really. But how the language barriers, the economic barriers.
I didn't hear the E part of that one.
Economic barriers.
No, I heard B-E. I heard B-Day, not B-E Day, which I would have laughed.
Why?
Because it would have been V-E Day.
No, D-Day.
Oh, you said D-Day?
B-Day instead of D-Day.
I thought you meant V-E Day.
No, B-Day instead of D-Day. I just put the wrong letter.
Now it's funny again.
How can we reverse that car crash, for Pete's sake?
Let's say hi to Jim in Philly. Jim, go ahead.
Damn it.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Jim Norton.
Yes.
Just be civil with me during this. I'm not asking anything more, anything less. Pretty much, I'm not thinking that you're very... How should I put this? Not an original comic. Just bear with me.
Can you just talk and stop trying to be shticky and interesting?
Okay, well, I'm just going to be straight blunt with you. This is how your jokes are, Jim. First part of your joke, include a major political event or any kind of event, period. Second part of your joke, include some kind of tragedy. Third part of the joke, have the person die. It's the same horse shit that you repeat. It's getting old. It's getting sick.
Give us an example.
Sir, why do you have to use that kind of language?
What did I say?
You said horse shit. That's offensive.
Yes.
Okay, excuse me. Just because you couldn't come with a good comeback because the honesty hurts doesn't mean you have to attack me.
Sir,
Here's
stop.
an example.
You just asked me to be
example.
civil, and now you're being mean-spirited. And don't try to psychoanalyze me. You're not smart enough to do that. But go ahead, give me an example.
Okay, an example. Die in a fire, you piece of shit. That's pretty basic.
And that's all Jimmy does, right? All day long, he just goes, die in a fire, you piece of shit. Die of AIDS, you piece of shit. Die in a plane crash, you piece of shit.
No, not at all. Listen to me. Don't drive your car into a fucking play yard and then hit a drunk lady, blah, 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 while she's pregnant.
That's not a very good impression.
That's all he does.
That's not a very good impression of my voice, sir.
That's one of the things he does, and it's very funny when he does it. Slip in a puddle of AIDS is one of my favorite
That's right.
lines.
I think what you're bringing up is a small little tidbit of what Jimmy does.
That's right.
And I think it's very funny.
Thank you, Ope. Thank you, Ant.
Okay, guys. Jim is categorized as a cringe comic.
Hope you die.
That's it. I'm out of here.